And we are back. And how's the week going, man? Why you sound like you about to start a Lil Wayne freestyle off of No Ceilings? That's all.
The week's going good.
The week's going good. Pretty flavorful.
What's up, everybody? Live and direct, another episode of the Lightly Seasoned Podcast. You're here with Mark and Clark.
Yep.
Try to navigate these past couple of days. It's been pretty tumultuous out there.
Damn, bringing out the words.
Big words, right? SAT words. Yeah. A lot of stuff's been going on in the world of pop culture, sports, politics. A lot.
Nah, yeah,
I mean,
man.
I'm pretty sure if you're unless you're under a rock, I'm pretty sure you guys know what's been going on with some of your favorite athletes and music artists / fashion designers. Excuse me. Kanye, Kyrie, the Nets. What else has been
Kyrie,
going on? Oh, Joe Biden,
Takeoff.
Takeoff.
New tech.
The current state of rap. I mean, yeah, the current state of rap. There's a lot of things at stake in the next few months, weeks, honestly. I think, like, you were telling me that they kind of passed a new ordinance in California or LA when it comes to anti-Semitism.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things.
Get up on that mic just a little bit more, or push it to you.
I mean, I'm not that far.
Nah, it's just
turn it up.
No, I did, but I want to make sure that people can hear you all the way, though. You know what I'm saying? It almost feels like you're still a little bit far back. So
it's right. It's not even 2 inches from my face.
Good. Wavelengths tell me the story too. But go ahead.
I mean, you know more about the thing that they passed. You told me about it. I'm just giving my 2 cents about what that kind of means, or what that could snowball into.
Are you speaking of like the one for
the anti-Semitism
okay, yeah,
thing
apparently,
in LA?
Yeah, I didn't get to get it all the way because I ain't even gonna lie to you. But let's go ahead and pull one up.
Yeah, pull it up, man. There's lots going on. Kanye's pretty much done. He's been all the way canceled.
Semitic.
And I have kind of a take on that I want to share with everybody.
I'll just type in LA. I think LA probably
kind of around with everything, right? Like, I don't know if you guys know the basis of what Kanye West is saying, right? Like, I was actually talking about this with my girl and with you earlier. Like, Kanye's been saying the same shit, like, since he's been out. George Bush doesn't like doesn't like black people, right?
Yeah.
He actually says a specific person. Then he's been alluding like in his music, he says it all the time, like, they made us hate ourselves, love their wealth. Drug dealer by Jordans, crackhead by crack, but the white man get paid off of all of that, right? He's been saying this. Right? He's been saying it's been okay. It's been okay.
Yeah.
That he's been saying it, right? But then when he mentions Jewish folks, everything stops, right? And if you look at what Kanye's been saying, he's like saying, like, I don't know how true it is. I know in certain industries there's a vast majority of executives that happen to be Jewish, right? In music and entertainment. A vast majority. Warner Brothers is owned, the parent company Warner Brothers Music, owned by Jewish people. Universal, owned by Jewish people, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true.
Lucy and Grange and all of them. I think he's Jewish. Geffen Records, Jewish. So it's like, if you want to like look at the macro thing, if you want to say like Warner Brothers and Universal, those are the two main music people, right? If they're run by Jewish people.
No, for sure.
I'm not saying that they run the industry.
No, all right.
But if the vast majority of the people that actually, the real people that sign the checks
No, I can see
the people, the board members.
I can see where you're going with it. Okay, let's
right. So like, I'm going to take that. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye says, Kanye's been saying shit like this for years now. Right. Kanye takes that.
I think it was easier because it was you just said white man, so you know.
Yeah,
like,
I get that part too,
that,
right?
that
I'm
is,
not oblivious to that fact.
Yeah, that
right?
is a little bit easier to take.
But here's where I'm going with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that what's happening to Kanye is leading into what the fuck he's been saying.
Yeah, and
right. Like if he's saying that these people control everything, and then now he's lost everything, right?
Yeah.
And he really did not say. If you guys want to. We can argue about this till the cows come home. Other than DEF CON,
there was another interview. The DEF CON thing to me didn't bother me like that.
So what bothered you? Where do you think the anti-Semitism came in?
No, I think when he was just blatantly just like I said, we talked about this last time. I just say call out them names straight up to me, because if we're all like, let's just say. Actually, we don't even have to make any assumptions. There's a different sector of every type of business that, you know, a group of people tend to take care of, right? And own and kind of run, right?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. If you want to say it from the blue collar business aspect, you can even go in the gang territories in big cities and all of that. You have the Chinese who people say they run a lot of these things too, right? So it's just, there's a lot of power and a lot of things already being put to single groups and things like that. Now, what I was going to mention earlier when we were speaking off camera, I was just saying, can we really be mad at the people that already has already made their way in that place and set up the structure? You know what I'm saying? Like, what I mean by that is like, hey, you know, they did come from the whole Holocaust things and things like that. And to me, I think it's more frivolous to color code it, but let's just go ahead and just, you know, we're in the podcast, so we'll just speak on it anyways. But since we are speaking on it, I just think when you kind of get in that like space, right?
Uh-huh.
It could be a little tricky, you know what I'm saying? Just because it's like, okay, if we were to own a sector of something, which we don't. Well, we did have anything. Tulsa, and that got torn down.
Yeah, but that's what happens.
Yeah, that's
another story that we're probably going to get into. It's not the Tulsa thing, just that aspect of it.
Yeah, it typically gets torn down, right? Now, I'll say this.
There's no I'm just going to foreshadow. There's no anti-Semitism for black people.
Because we don't stand on it as much, and we're using the word too. You know what I'm saying? We should.
I'm not just even saying anti-Sem, like
just even the word, the N word itself. We probably could have just deaded that across the board and really hit people hard where it hurts when it matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But since we use the empowering thing, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, there's no up in arms, but. Go ahead, continue.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
let's not break.
Yeah. What I mean is like, since we promote that, it's kind of hard to be like, you know, really stand on that, because that's literally the first thing that the reply is when somebody is caught using it, or just, you get what I'm saying? Like, now don't get it twisted. We have shut down some powerful people, but shut them down to this level? No, not even close. We've gotten them out the paint of areas in our sector. That's about it. But we don't control enough sectors to where it affects their, you know, like the Donald Sterlings and guys like that, the Sarvers, where we could affect all of their business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just basketball. Oh yeah, you own this? That's done too. That's done too. We do not have that power. Look, and that's just plain and simple, you know.
That Donald Sterling thing kind of was. They want to use the racist stuff, but it was some other things.
No, of course.
As to why.
It's never just one thing.
It's just like kind of the Abraham Lincoln thing, right? Everybody thinks Abraham Lincoln freed slaves, right? Like, no, he didn't. Let's get that misconception out of the way, right? Abraham Lincoln said, if I can keep the states together and keep slavery, I will. So it's not that he wanted to. He said he made the war about slavery to stop England from supplying the South with guns, ammunition, ships, and soldiers.
So England
had already abolished slavery.
Yeah.
So because Abraham Lincoln said, "Hey, this is about slavery," he stopped the South from getting the help from England, which would have turned the war.
Oh yeah, of course. Which would, we'd probably be in a whole different position right now. You know what I mean? But let's just even go with how. You said the whole slavery thing and things like that.
Get back to Sterling.
But let's go back to Sterling, or even it's never just one thing. I'll even say with Kyrie, it's not just this one thing.
Oh, that's a whole other thing. But we're on Kanye. Let's stick to.
But with Kanye, it's not just one thing too.
Yeah, it isn't.
You know what I mean? It's multi-layered because of the White Lives Matter shirt. Plus the TMZ, all of those things back to back kind of messed up his arguments and years of putting down good music and inspirational music and all of that stuff. Kind of, threw some water in the formula, basically. It's not necessarily as pure anymore. So you're kind of looking at him with a raised eyebrow, right?
I'm not, because I kind of see what he's doing.
Yeah, and sometimes you're too futuristic for your own self.
Yeah, that's also a thing. Like, not everybody's gonna understand until like all the stuff he was talking about before the election. People didn't understand until it hit home after the election, right?
No, for sure. I mean, he does have great foresight, and I'm not going to sit there. Not everything he does is right and holy than art thou. He does some super.
Everybody does.
He's done some super dumb shit. Like, let's just put that on the record, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But then there's some foresight, like, okay, maybe you can see a little bit.
There's never any context to what Kanye does.
Yeah, he kind of just
starts saying shit without context, and it leaves it up to interpretation to where these niggas and all of these alt groups takes what he says and runs with it, and now it becomes quote unquote the hate speech or whatever the case may be, right?
And like I said, I think part of it. I mean, I'll say this: if you can, he can articulate himself clearly because he's obviously is a Grammy award-winning artist that's written music, has music written for him.
Yeah, he's one of the generational artists.
So he's
a generational artist.
Yeah, and also he was trying to say, and I also said this a long time ago because people are like, yeah, Kanye's crazy. I'm like, what? Where's the paperwork at?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I've always said. I was like, I haven't really seen any paperwork saying that he's medically diagnosed with actual bipolar syndrome. I know he kind of ran with it, but I don't know if that was a PR stunt or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that for like. I don't know.
I don't know that to be a fact. I've never been around him to know.
But like the trend.
Yeah. The
trend when it comes to people like this throughout history is that everybody thinks they're fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
right. The trend when it comes to this, to niggas who like. They thought who was it? Galileo, Aristotle, when he was trying to say, yo, the earth ain't flat. The nigga that was trying to originally say that the earth ain't flat and that we're in a universe and we're rotating. They excommunicated that nigga and they said he was going against the church.
No, for sure.
Remember, just think about these things. Like, I'm not trying to say that he's Galileo or Aristotle or whoever the fuck that nigga was back in those times, right? I'm not Disney. I'm not trying to say all of that. What I am trying to say is that throughout history, it has been marked with niggas that people have been made to be fucking psychopaths or crazy folks, and they're ostracized. Come to find out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come to find out that may not have been the case.
We have the internet. We have different search engines. We have multiple ways of looking things up. You know what I mean? And
just like Kyrie, I'm pretty sure he looked up some shit, and that link popped up on Amazon.
Yeah, but there's something. I'm going to be honest with you, right? There's some things true, and some things that I'll say this is I've only been around them groups because I was paid to film, right? But the Black Hebrew Israelites or whatever, I had to be around them for a whole week or what have you. It's a little aggressive. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? It's a little. I like some of the wording, but to me, at this point in the long history of all of it, right? Whether it's true or not, whatever, I don't really kind of care all that much if it's true or not, right? Mm-hmm. What I do care is like, okay, can we fight that same energy, that same battle? Like, are we really doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, the status quo is already there. So how are they gonna pivot and adjust? Because outright, calling people devils and this and that, I think it kind of dampens, you know what I'm saying? Your point, not your point, but their points when they bring up the whole thing. And that was when I was even filming them. In the back of my head, I was kind of thinking that. I'm like, man, sometimes you gotta still know what you gotta speak a way where people can still palate the message, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, to me, if I hear white rhetoric saying black devil, I'm gonna feel away. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, these black devils, these ERs and X, Y, and Zs. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think that's gonna just change the tide and make me not want to necessarily listen. So I'm just going based off of the color commentary, right?
Yeah.
When you strip away the color commentary and take that away and just speak in pure facts and have a little compassion on both sides of, hey, this might have happened. Hey, this might have happened. I think the dialogue could be a lot better, personally, because a lot of us don't even know what, the Jewish faith go through, what Hebrew Israelites are like that, like all the way that deep. You might know just in passing. I might know just in passing. I have a lot of Jewish friends. I did the whole.
Hey, we live in Florida, bro.
Yeah. And like I said, we
live in Florida. We have Jewish holidays.
Yeah. I have coworkers,
we got
friends,
different Jewish holidays,
right?
I think, than other states, because we have like all of the Jewish holidays off.
Been at mitzvahs, been at their weddings, all of that, the whole nine, right?
Whole thing.
So
this is not anything. This is not a shot. This is not a shot at Jewish people. This is not a shot at Jewish faith. This is just literally a reaction to everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
And me as a black person, a black man, just sitting here taking it in.
No, for sure. Now, like I said, I think I might have mentioned it our last episode. Like I said, that from what I could tell, and I visited Ellis Island and did all of those things too, you know what I mean? From what I could tell, like I said, it's a zero tolerance thing. And I don't see the actual act or law passed. I'm trying to find it. But they said this on I think it was NBA Countdown
Today.
Or NBA Today. Yes, NBA Today with Malika.
Could have been an ordinance.
Yeah, and I believe it was like an ordinance thing in LA where they said, hey, anything that's anti-Semitic, they gave the definition basically of what anti-Semitism is. It was just saying anything alluding to, hostile acts or even like racist acts towards the Jewish community. And what they expressed, even the Jewish community was expressing, is like, hey, this is not just guys that look like me. There's plenty of Jewish people that look like Richard, looks like Vince Carter, looks like Malika, looks like, a bevy of people. So, like I said, I don't know if I can necessarily.
I don't know if I can play it, but I found the video.
Yeah, the audio part it all depends on who owns it. It's pretty tough. You know what I'm saying? But like I'll play it out.
YouTube Pro Basketball. It's on somebody else's YouTube page.
Okay. They could copyright and strike, so I don't want to play around with them too much. That's the only problem. But we couldn't get okays with reaction videos and actually do those. We'll get a list of people in the future just to do that for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we can actually play their stuff and really get a real reaction. They're not going to copyright and strike it down.
My whole thing is that I wish like how Kanye said, that he loves the Jewish people and the Jewish culture.
I mean, he did hug Steve Rifkin in that whole Drink Champs episode too. There was other prominent Jewish figures.
Okay, I'm gonna just Like, I'm gonna just keep it a beam, bro. It's like, yo, it just so if it just so happens to be everybody in an industry, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's like saying Chinese people have the Chinese food market cornered. Right? It's like saying Jewish people, yes, they have the entertainment and music industry cornered. Now, it's not a bad thing.
I know how we see it, right? But here's what I was trying to express, right?
That's not a bad thing. It's just happens to be the case.
I know that's where your mind and it's just that in your mind and most normal people that don't know about what they like went through all the way would just take that as that. But like I said, it's a zero tolerance thing.
We went through some shit too. We should have a little deference when it comes to stuff. Let's keep it a beam, bro.
No, we
should have a little deference when it comes to stuff like that.
I know. And I think here's where you don't see it, right? I even see like the rabbi. He's like, man, just apologize, man. I'm rocking with you. Like I have to do this. Like I don't want. It's almost like I don't want to have to put the sword in you because me and my people, we all agreed on this. Like this is you know how, not to make it sound cynical, but you know how Jay Prince has mob ties. We're tied together. We're moving as one unit. And man, I really love your entertainment. I love the Uncle Drew. Man, please just say sorry so we can just not do this.
All right, let's look at the state. Let's look at the state of America.
That's
right?
the part. No.
Let's look at the state. Hold on. This is what you're saying, and I'm trying to make a counterpoint valid to what you're saying. Right? Let's look at the state of America, dog. Right? You know why they're able to do that? Right?
Yeah.
Because they have power.
But also
they have power, and they have. There's something that they have as a collective that allows them to do that. Now, right? Let me finish.
Okay.
Look how long it took the American Indians to get some semblance of power to where you can't call a fucking team the Redskins. They had to pretty much buy up all the casinos and have that power.
I got you.
Right?
Okay.
They just changed the Redskins to the Commanders.
I got what you're saying. Now I want to make 2 points as you go into that.
So they have some sort of power somewhere.
Now, one, is it their fault?
It's what their fault?
For them achieving this quote unquote power.
No, it's not a fault thing.
That's what I'm saying. So
it's not a fault thing.
You see that was the point I was trying to make before. Like, can we fault them?
No, I'm not faulting.
I'm not faulting
them
because realistically,
that's like faulting the fucking South Africans or the Dutch for cornering the diamond mines.
Don't get
it twisted.
Now, don't get
it twisted. Even though they did it illegally.
Like we were displaced and brought to America. The only difference is when we were displaced, we never got to leave. Right? You know what I'm saying? That's the main argument I may have with any other race. Like, damn, everybody else got to leave. You get me? We had to pretty much stay here. But now when we come with let's just speak on the Jewish faith and for those people that had to deal with it, they were displaced and had to come to America. Now as a unit, and like I said, they said, there's two things we're not going to let happen again. This ain't happening again under any circumstances. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you love them. They're great.
That's cool that they can say that. Listen, but they have to be able. They have to be able to show that there's going to be a consequence. You get what I'm saying? And that consequence, the ability for them to show a consequence
is to achieve what we spoke on before.
Yes. Is the power.
Yes. And like
I said,
same
thing with the American Indians.
But that's a cause and effect thing, Mark. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They were displaced. They
weren't displaced.
They got displaced from the whole
They weren't displaced
because
they were everywhere. They got a country out of it, bro. They got a whole country. They took land from other places.
I'm not speaking on none of that, nor do I want to. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to speak on where they came from to here. You know what I'm saying?
But they didn't get displaced here. They chose to come here.
There's a whole Ellis Island. They came here, and they came as a unit. I said they game planned.
Everybody came through Ellis Island.
And they game planned it. The one difference is with everything, there's been Jewish gangs and mafias.
Yes, there's still not been.
Yes, and there's Italian.
I'm saying not been. It's still around.
It's still around. there's a mob and everybody
got a mob, bro.
Yeah. So everybody did their whole New York battle thing and things like that.
Except us, obviously.
We had a few battles, but like I said.
No, I said except us having a mob.
We
just got niggas in gangs, bro.
Yeah, that was what Nicky Barnes and those guys basically, right?
Yeah.
And Frank Lucas before Frank Lucas. What's the guy's name, man? Homeboy. But basically, you had all those guys, and you had the different battles. Like guys that's you have the Soprano Show spinoffs and things like that. The Goodfellas for real, and guys like that. So you have all these little different factions. And they battled out too. The Irish battled out too. Everybody battled out in the streets and everything like that. And as that was going on, there was only a few other
with the Jewish people though.
Because the Jewish people stuck. They did stick with the black people.
They were neutral.
They were neutral. They stuck with the black people too. Don't get it twisted.
Because niggas went through some shit.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
It's a camaraderie thing.
Niggas went through some shit. So this is why I'm saying it's like, yo, on the basis of Kyrie, not even Kanye, on the basis of Kyrie, if he's trying to find some shit to listen to discover his blackness, to discover things about himself, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, one, he didn't know that there was all that anti-Semitism shit in the movie.
Yeah.
Two, it's on Amazon.
No, and that's what Jay Will said a 2-part answer to what you were just speaking of. He did say, yeah, he should have actually, he never expressed that to the people.
Yeah, but okay.
No, I'm just saying.
I know he never expressed it, right?
Because Kyrie,
I know he never expressed
it. You know how Kyrie is, though.
I know
Kyrie
he never expressed it, but I can understand why he feels the way that he do. Why do I have to? Why do you guys instantly think that I'm spreading anti-Semitism?
But now, same thing is, this is why I said with Kyrie, this is not just this, though. You got to understand, he's been standing on anything that's like we didn't get the vaccination, right?
He's been a separatist. He's been
the anti-vax thing is also a part of all this too.
I get that.
That's a part of this.
But Kyrie has never shown anything.
I don't think he's racist.
Culturally racist, biased, anything like that.
I'm
right?
just telling you, but I'm also, now you have to listen to that point before. That's why I said everybody and their mama so far that I've seen is Jewish. Is like, I'm disappointed at Kyrie. I wish he would just apologize so we could just move on.
But why should he have to? It's like you're making this black man have to apologize for something that he didn't do.
I'm telling you, because it's a zero tolerance thing, and if you don't understand that, that's why we haven't moved the way we needed to move this whole time. We do not have a zero tolerance thing. We're too lenient on other people doing other things. Now, if we get that part straight, right? None of that, and we just like, hey, I don't care how great Eminem is. He said X, Y, and Z. No shady 45, no nothing. All that's dead with. Sorry, 50, you can't come out. Sorry, X, Y, and Z, you cannot come out. No slaughterhouse, no none of that. I don't even care about none of that, but it would have been a zero tolerance thing, right?
I get you.
We don't do that.
If you put it that way,
that's all I mean.
I can understand.
That's all I mean.
I can understand.
Has to be zero tolerance. And it's like, man, you my boy. Hey, please, bro, you just need to understand. Just apologize. All this is going to go away because all of us actually rock with you. We just need you to apologize because even the old cats in the, you know what I'm saying?
But now it's like you got anything that we feel, anything that we feel is against us will destroy you. This is how it's coming across.
Yes.
And it's coming across.
No, I'm not trying to make it sound that bad.
But it's coming across like everything that Kanye is saying because
it's not just Kanye.
Just listen. Everything that they say that Kanye is saying is coming across that, yo, this nigga is true because look, he lost everything. How could they not control all of this? No, listen, this is what it looks like to the outsider or anybody that's not sure. Kanye said, man, the Jewish people control all of this shit, right? They control this. They control money, right? They control this. They control that. He lost everything.
And I'm trying to explain to
Chase
you.
Chase cut him out when they got rapists, killers,
I'm
and
trying
all
to
that.
explain to you this. That's the same what they quote unquote said, that's the same rhetoric that Hitler was using in the beginning. It was very like, oh man, they're controlling this, and anybody with any semblance of following, you don't even need a following.
I'm saying, I know that.
I'm telling you, anybody
I understand that's how it started, right?
Yeah, and it grew legs.
But they're perpetuating it also.
And to them, they'd much rather, because they didn't stand up before, they're not going to let it happen. They're not even going to let it even sniff anywhere near close to anything. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Like, I don't think you're...
So you're going to fight You're not getting
how hard they're going to be It doesn't matter who it is.
I don't think you get what I'm saying.
When you be on, like, it don't matter...
I get that.
I don't give a F.
It's not about who the person is. It's about it. You're kind of perpetuating the stereotype. If not kind of. It is perpetuating the stereotype. For anybody that was on the fence, all of this is showing.
So, but I'm just trying to explain to you. So, if they do it the other side and let it ride, right? Even if it just comes and goes. To them, I'm trying to explain to you, they are not letting that ride in any level. It could be a 10th grader with no followers in the middle of Wisconsin. They hear it, it goes viral. We need to shut that down. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needs to come over here, understand. I'm just telling you exactly what I've seen it happen time and time again. You know what I mean? And mind you, I've never had to go through none of that. Like, I've seen Jewish people diss each other hard body right in the room. I'm just sitting there. I'm not going to crack a joke because that's what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Guess you're trying to impress me. I don't personally care for y'all to try each other like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just say, you could just try each other's clothing, whatever, right? But I've seen that before.
But according to this audience, me saying that I prefer a Jewish doctor is anti-Semitism.
They'd rather you not say it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you get what like that?
Because even the successful things, even that for us as a black community, that comes off as, oh, that's very positive. You're a doctor. Oh man, right? So now our perception is that that's a dime a dozen. Every Jewish person, which ain't true. Like, I'm gonna be real. There's a lot of Jews that ain't.
To black folk, I'm just gonna keep it a me.
They're gonna think that though.
To black folk, this is, if you don't know by now, black folk thinks all the best doctors are Jewish.
For
black
sure,
folk think. Folks think, and this is complimentary. This isn't to take away from them.
I know.
Black folk think if you want somebody to take care of your money, he should be Jewish.
I know you think that's complimentary, but
I'm talking about from a black person's perspective.
No, I'm saying, I know you think that's complimentary, but in their eyes, it's like, we just want to be like everybody else, right? We don't even want to get the flowers because the flowers is what put us in the ground last time. Because it sounded great because they're like, oh, these guys run the sector of the government. They're all the doctors. They're all the lawyers here. They have all the power. Boom. Then they start getting, I don't have to run.
It's kind of like saying white people, white men, white Anglo-Saxon men run politics in America, right?
Which I'm never saying is not.
But it's the same thing.
None of these statements I never said is not true or anything, but I'm also telling you what they're not going to allow. You understand what I'm saying, right? Under any circumstances, because they seen how left it went. Not in a political stance, and just in period, just like it went downhill.
You think it could get that left again?
I don't think so.
In this world?
I don't think so, but guess what? They're not going to try to find out. Do you understand me? Like, I'm going to give you the same type of. They're not going to try to find out. And I watched the whole convo with Jewish people saying that everything. Ooh, he got body. But yeah, I seen like a whole thing like with Jewish people literally saying this shit the whole time. Like, yeah, man, this is why I'm watching the Peter Rosenbergs. I'm watching, Max Kellerman and certain people.
To me, bro.
No, actually, Tony Kornheiser said something too. He was like, I'm disappointed in Kyrie, this and that. But he was almost like, damn, I just wish he would just apologize so he could go over. And I'm like, it's the rabbis in the temples. Like they have a whole close knit thing when you're in the temple. You know what I mean? So it's family oriented. The whole community moves together. They all break bread with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's a super community thing. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you can't necessarily speak on it like that. That's just the way of the world. So that's why I'm like,
I get it, but there's like nuance. I know to them there's no nuance, but there should be. Like it's coming across like I don't want to. Oh man. One, I don't want to get in trouble. But not. Two, I don't want to simplify anything. But you know how Christine Leahy victimized herself for LeVar Ball?
Yeah, but
that's how kind of it's coming across.
I get it. But you can only pull a certain knee-jerk reaction, and not even knee-jerk reaction. I don't even want to say that. You can only pull a certain reaction the same every time, and it don't matter who it is, they're gonna get tired of it, right? So yeah, they could go hard on certain people, but they may have to know when to use and turn it on and off too in the future.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't go scorched earth on every bro. Like if you like, not just because it's black guys, but because it's also black guys. But when you look at all the other things, it's like, yo, bro, like y'all.
But
y'all are going too hard, man. Like,
but we do live in a hypersensitive world today. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like they got more sensitive.
Yes. There's more information.
They have a fortress that can't be penetrated, and it's like if a sand grain hits it, it's world. I don't even bad phrase. If a sand hits it, it's scorched earth. If a grain of sand touches the fortress, it's level. You know what I mean? Like it's
for me. Just because I've been around it and I've seen some of the teachings.
They got black men sitting here. They got other black men sitting here trashing these guys on national TV over something that they like. Over something like, bro, like, ugh.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be honest with you though.
It's tough watching It's tough watching somebody get destroyed, and you see somebody who's destroying them.
I get you. Both of those guys, though, I'm not gonna really all the way stand behind them because
I'm not saying I'm standing behind them. I'm just like, yo, they don't need to be destroyed like that.
Let me finish though, because both of those guys have shown multiple times that, you know, they're great communicators, but not all the time. Just because, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like even Kyrie, you've had frustrations with Kyrie.
Oh yeah. Listen, bro.
So he's not. I'm not saying
he's right. I'm not saying he's wrong, right? I'm just saying
what you said in the beginning was exactly what Jay Will said on ESPN was like, hey, I'm learning my black heritage. He didn't even go into that. He would have gone into that. My heritage.
He got attacked already, bro.
And at the
end, if Jewish people are allowed to if Jewish people are allowed to go scorched earth, why can't he go scorched earth if he's feeling like he's getting attacked?
I'll tell you like this. If I see any Jewish documentary that says black devil, I'm on their head. I'm sorry. I'm on anybody's head that says black devil. So they say white Jewish devil or whatever. They're not having that. Period.
You know what I mean? Like
they are not going to have that.
Black people never go into the fact that a lot of the financiers of the slave trade were Hebrew or Jewish individuals. No, we don't even talk about. We just talk about white people.
Okay,
right?
let's put this in a whole different aspect. Let's just talk about it like how Birdman and his brother, right?
Hitler put black people in concentration camps too. It's just like, brethren.
Let me make this point. Birdman and his brother, right?
Yeah.
You remember that story, right? His brother snitched on the dead co-defendant so he can get out.
Birdman?
Birdman's brother.
Okay.
His name is Gangster.
Okay.
BG was named after him. Baby Gangster. You know what I'm saying? Boozy actually made the whole thing like, damn, I was hurt by that. You snitched on, you basically called him a snitch, right? Do you feel, first, let's quickly answer that. Do you feel like that's snitching or not?
If I try to put bodies on a dead person,
your co-defendant, like, you know what I'm saying? But I passed away.
My
in
co-defendant's
jail.
dead.
Both of them. There's a couple cold cases. They come to you. What's good? What happened? You know what I'm saying? You can get out if you let us know what's going on. Oh, it's them two guys. You know what I mean? What's up?
That's really hard, bro.
Now.
That's heavy.
That's heavy.
That's heavy
See how
because
heavy that is,
supposedly
right?
22Gs did the same thing.
Now that's heavy. So Birdman basically just pushed him away, was like, you made the rules. You're at the table when you made the rules. Zero tolerance for snitching. So Birdman don't even rock with his brother right now. You get what I'm saying? So if we're going to go to that level on just no snitching, I almost want to compare the two.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, we're just not going to tolerate it in any form of fashion. We see it. I'm sorry.
Because if you do that, then you'll do this.
Exactly. I'm trying to give it to you, man. Like, they know this is not even that big, but they're going to just go ahead and nip it in the bud early.
But Kyrie never did anything, never said or did anything anti-Semitic.
Have you been around rabbis?
Yeah, of course.
They can be intense depending on which rabbi, which age. You know what I mean? It can
which
be
denomination.
Which denomination? It can get intense where you just sit back like I feel like I'm about to go from planet Earth to the moon because you're getting a lot of information. You know what I mean? It could be intense, and then they're very invited, very kind, very nice, but the information can be intense. You get me? You get me? So that's why I'm saying I'm like, it's coming from the head rabbis and you know, they have their things going on. So that's why I'm like, I need you to kind of understand that. That's why I kept pushing back. I'm like, what's a way I could tell you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the zero tolerance. I get it. That's why I'm telling you, like, the mother cats that really actually rock with our side, and they mostly
okay.
You see
so
what I'm saying?
I get you on Kanye.
They like,
I get you on Kanye, but I don't get you on Kyrie. We're gonna have to agree to disagree because it's two different things. Kyrie never said anything. He never did.
No, I don't like with the Kyrie thing. I think it's just more, like I said, his is more the defiance to media and all of that too. I'm just gonna be honest with you. That's
what it is to be.
Him is more consistently being, because did you ever think about the whole vaccination thing? Like, that's a huge thing. I really
thought it was more a media thing. The anti-Semitic thing threw me for a whole loop because
we didn't get you. Listen, we didn't get you on that. And this is just, they're trying to find a fault in him, I think.
And I get that.
And also the topic is hot right now too.
I get that.
So
them throwing this anti-Semitic thing again leads into the stereotype that they run the media. That's what I'm saying.
I get that part too.
Because there's nothing that Kyrie said other than post the video.
Like I said earlier, right? I did say this earlier. It's when they let it go. When they let it go, look what happened. And you said, "Hey, I don't think it can happen like that again." We don't know. Even look, we got people rushing the Capitol and doing all types of crazy things in the past years and things like that. We don't know how fast it could turn up. We really don't. You know what I mean? We've actually never been in those times and how fast. And because some of these people actually are still alive, or second generation, third generation, and they kind of know a little bit more than us. So that's why I'm like, man, if I see it from that, I see it from our side too, because obviously I'm black. I'm like, man, I wish we can get this off. But at the same time, if I wasn't around them watching that, I understand why they're trying to shut that down. It's because it's zero tolerance.
I get that too.
That's all that is. I
get that too. I understand that part. But God, bro, I just see it from both sides. It's like, yo, you're kind of perpetuating this stereotype, especially when it comes to Kyrie. Like, the Kyrie thing kind of is where it's just like, all right.
But, seeing the other side, do you really let that just slide? You know what I'm saying? If you've lived through that time and seen that go before, you know what I mean? Because they probably thought Hitler was nobody, right? Like, in the beginning, they probably thought, this guy's a nobody, whatever. Oh, and then, come to find out, it started gathering some steam, and there were secret meetings, and
that.
So
I'm not, like I said, I don't not understand where you're coming from, and I see your point, and your point is very valid. Yeah, it's extremely valid. Their point is more than extremely valid, right?
That's the only thing. Like I said, if I wasn't around them, I would probably be like, oh yeah, but going to live.
But I don't think anybody would have drew anti-Semitism until they said something. That's the point where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah. But it's also, like I said, it's also timing. The timing right now is
the timing.
The timing.
It's really crazy how insane the timing is.
If Kyrie did this during the Uncle Drew movie, I think the Uncle Drew movie still comes out. I still think he doesn't lose. I don't think he loses any endorsements. He will pay a fine. Maybe not even apologize, and that might have went over people's head. But with everything, from the franchise stuff to the vaccination stuff to this thing now, it's like, man, all right, we on you now. And plus, you've already been pushing back on the media already, which, as a unit, we were part of. So it's just not looking. You weren't the right guy at this. You were the wrong guy at the wrong time. Straight up.
True. It's tough. It's tough though.
I understand people want to put a message out there, but sometimes we need better messengers. Maybe, you know what I mean?
The messenger is very important.
You almost got to be a little squeaky clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. But it's tough.
Oh,
it's tough watch. It's tough watching it unfold.
I'll say that's true. Like, it is tough. It is tough. Like I said, and I definitely understand both sides. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? And I hope our message does get out there saying, hey, we do need more ownership of things that we're involved with. You know what I'm saying? And hey, even if we're not a part of the original infrastructure, like, start putting us a part of it. We're going to be the main show. That's my only part that I would. That's my only take from what I got from Kanye, and that easily could be eloquated with the right way of saying it. That's all. The message just got to be smooth sometimes. But yeah, that's the whole vibe, man. Oh yeah, man. First of all, rest in peace, Takeoff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you heard what happened over there in Houston, right? It was Houston? Or it was in Texas, or was it in Houston, right?
It was in Houston.
Yeah, they were in Houston.
Takeoff, yeah. Rest in peace, Takeoff, man. That's another tough situation. And then the original story was that it was friendly fire. But
lots of stories started coming out.
A whole bunch. But then there was eyewitness from somebody there saying that, I mean, common sense, if it's somebody's party, the only people that have guns in that party are people that they let have guns. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she was alluding to the fact that it was the princes were the only people armed in the party. And it started multiple hours before the event.
And specifically, I want to say it was Jazz Prince. And, right?
It was his people. I don't think he was holding. He
wasn't holding personally, of course not.
But it was the prince's people because it was their event.
Yeah. So whoever's affiliated with that, you know what I'm saying? As security and, event throwers, if you will, right? So, yeah, apparently some form of an argument ensued. She was alluding to that Quavo and Takeoff were actually mediators in this whole situation. They weren't actually arguing with nobody.
People were talking about Quavo and this, that, and the third. She let it be known that Quavo actually passed out.
And it wasn't about a dice game.
Yeah.
She made that very clear, like, hey, this was not about a dice game. It's not about a basketball game or anything like that. Because I did try to watch all the clips, not seeing, a body, and I think I was pretty much successful overall.
Can we play the clip?
I don't know who owns it or paid for it. So that's also a thing too, because like if it's on the Shade Room, they might just pay them like a fee, and then they own that audio too, and that could get flags. But a caller email beforehand, once they start knowing about what we do, we can actually get that clearance. We just got to get the okay. So every time they get pinged on content, copy content or whatever, they'll just say it's allowed, and they'll allow us to play it, and we're good to go. But if they hit strike 3 times, that page is over with automatically. So got to be careful. That's why you haven't heard since the first episode us playing the audio. But I do want to actually, if I can, I'll find it and play it in my ear very quietly and just make sure I re-say everything. But she did say that, and she did drop a report to the HPD. She said that first off rip. She's like, yeah, I just got back from Houston Police Department without saying that, And yeah, it's a sad thing, there's other people on the internet solving the whole crime.
Internet snoops, you know how that goes.
Oh yeah, they're doing that right now as we speak. They got a potential.
Usually they're pretty good.
Yeah. They got a suspect
better than police. They have a better record than police.
I honestly think at this point in time, like police go out and they try to like go out and find people, but realistically, just go on Instagram, find some of those suspects, see if it actually pans out. You know what I'm saying? Like take them in for questioning. Pardon me. And then see what's up. I mean, honestly, like it's probably easy money being a detective right now. It can't be that hard being a detective right now in today's day and age. Like I'd make so much money if I was like,
facts.
Yeah, bro, I ain't no cop and no nothing like that. But I'll promise you this right now: if I was on Young Dolph's case, easy money. As a detective, lead detective, easy money. And then I would use that to go to another big city and do it again. Be like, oh, there's another case? All right. I'm on Instagram every night. You know what I'm saying? I'm on YouTube, Instagram all day, every day, picking and then also finding court documents and official things that, my reach has and things like that. I could literally.
I feel as though, oh my God, bro.
Between the information that they pick up on site plus what's on Instagram, it should be pretty easy.
It should be easy.
Man,
and more you hear that they're using Instagram to solve cases.
Bro,
so that should tell niggas stop posting shit on Instagram.
I know if there was any detectives back in the day seeing that they had Instagram now, they'd be like, what? And they getting paid how much?
Niggas super cop.
Bruh.
Niggas would be super cops out here, bro.
For any of those guys really doing their jobs back in the day and really solving them crimes, hey, kudos, dog, because you really had to knock on some doors, have your pen and pad out, like, for real. Like, these dudes are in AC, chilling, probably watching the game. Oh, they got the live coming up tonight. I'm just going to tune in. 8 o'clock? All right, bet. I'm going to click on. I'm going to tune in. I'm going to watch. I'm going to take my little notes or just hit record. Just make sure I'm good. I'm just going to record all of them. Just forget taking my notes. I'm going to record all of it and it's done. You know what I mean?
He apologized, Kyrie.
Okay, he officially apologized. And I'll say this too, forgot who mentioned, he was like, okay.
I want to clarify any confusion on where I stand fighting anti-Semitism by apologizing for posting the documentary without context and a factual explanation outlining the specific beliefs in the documentary I agreed with and disagreed with. I had no intentions to disrespect any Jewish cultural history regarding the Holocaust or perpetuate any hate. I am learning from the unfortunate event, and I hope we can find understanding between all of us. I am no different than any other human being. I am a seeker of truth and knowledge, and I know who I am. From Kyrie Irving. Live.
That seems like that's actually from him. I ain't seen no PR-ish or whatever. You know? And, like I said, man, we all live and we all learn, and it happens. I don't think, I don't think anybody goes out intentionally just going to go offend anybody anyways. Let's just be honest about that, right?
Yeah.
Some people do.
Some people do.
But like, for me, that's not my nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
I definitely don't think Kyrie was going out there trying to be anti-Semitic. Like I said, there's things there. Not everything is 100%. You know what I mean? Like, you don't agree with everything somebody says. When you vote, when you vote for somebody, you don't agree with 100% of their stances.
No, for sure.
The same thing with that documentary. I guess, yeah, like I said, context would have been nice. But after he got it, like just like I said, he actually explained it. After he got attacked, he put the wall up.
No, for sure. And that, you know what, when a group of people or somebody's offended, sometimes putting that wall up seems counterproductive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's your number one go-to self-preservation mechanism is self-defense. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's number one.
And that's the part I got. I was like, man, all you have to literally do was add 2 words to what you already was. Hey, I dropped the 500K. You know, I had my statement, but I'm sorry within that statement, it already went away. 2 words. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people
But if you apologize for it, then you're accepting the fact that you did it. Also, that's also the case.
But this is
where it's like, but why am I apologizing for something I didn't do?
No, well,
you get that part.
You can still apologize for offending and still not, like, there's ways to apologize for offending. Like, hey, I was just seeking some knowledge, things like that, and I'm apologizing because I didn't give the full context. What he just said right there. Yeah. You can apologize for not actually knowing that.
The whole time he's like, how am I anti-Semitic when I'm in essence Jewish? When I'm in essence Hebrew, how can I be anti-Semitic? Like, where are you guys getting this from? That's, I feel, where he's coming from. For sure.
But it's like, in their eyes, they're like, you don't see, you're not seeing what's going on if you're Jewish. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's probably one of those things, too. Like, hey, you're actually supposed to be protecting this anti-Semitic thing, hard body, too. I think that's where, in there, he kind of wrote that part, too. You get what I mean? Like, and that understanding, because it's like, hey, if you're repping this brand, you got to protect it. Mm-hmm. This is not, and I'm saying the brand, but that's just figure of speech. Yeah. Like, that's not, I'm not saying Jewish is a brand, but you know what I mean. It's just a way for the people to kind of get a way to just, what's the word? An example.
It's an analogy, yeah.
An analogy, you know what I mean? But yeah. I just think a
simile or a metaphor or something.
But I think with him, it's not it's something to learn from, and like I said, if we're gonna if we're gonna speak on it, let's just call out the names directly. Yeah, that's it. Let's call these people out directly, and that's what it is. Don't color code it. No color commentary. I'm just calling out Mr. So-and-so and Mrs. X, Y, and Z. That's it. And that's exactly who I'm directed at. Same way, Kanye was mad at Skeet Davidson, and he kept saying Skeet Davidson. Be mad at Skeet. You know what I'm saying? Whatever Skeet's whole races and all that, whatever. Nah, just go at Skeet directly. We like the that direct energy rather than you spreading it to other people. I just think the direct, like, all right, no, I have a problem with this corporation and this person running it, Mr. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we'd be like, okay, this will get people to look up who this person is and see if they're on point now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been a lot better, because now saying the blanket statement, yeah, we might know these people in the game and, we could figure it out. But does the average person know? Nah, not really. They don't really, not going to really just check it out on the strength, maybe. But you give up a name and you're on there, like, you're out there at their doorstep with it, like their virtual doorstep with it, like making sure that people know and saying, hey, this person did me wrong, this person did this, and you're on it like that.
You don't remember? I just thought about this. You don't remember a couple years ago when Kanye was on one of his other rants when he was dropping names of these people? Mm-hmm. You don't remember that?
I do.
And he was like, "Yo, call me." He was telling these certain people to call him.
Yeah. But he only did that like once though. You see what I'm saying? Felt like he needed. If you're gonna do it, they probably called him though. They probably called him.
Maybe not, because it seems he still got these issues.
He's got some issues, not the same exact 3 or 4 people that he named. 2 of them probably, I didn't know this was going on. And they solved whatever they needed to solve, right? And then the other 2 is like FM probably. Who knows? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on how they feel.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause, man, we've been in business. There's sometimes it's like, man, yeah. That part, you know what I'm saying? And then there's lots of times we're just going to do finite great business 9 times out of 10, if the moves aren't scummy. But yeah, man, with the whole Kanye thing, I just think that's, like I said, man, just call these guys out direct, and you have to stand on it, and you have to repeat like, hey, I'm still on this guy, and I'll tell you when I'm not on this guy because, or this female exec, because they like written the right, they right in the wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I need to find that interview or that rant when he's calling those people's names. And then I gotta double back and see if all of those people are Jewish.
I don't even care if they are.
If they are, then Kanye. But either way,
I don't even care if they are. Honestly, like I said, call them all out. Every first and last name. That's it. That's what he needs to do. That's what anybody needs to do. Because at the end of the day, if it's 5 of our video business, and now we all, for some reason, this one client doesn't like us. If it's, let's just say let's say Little Dicky doesn't like us, right? Mm-hmm. And it's 5 different video production groups down here, and they all happen to be black and not do well. Man, all these black directors are trash. Come on now, what is he gonna get called? The black video production groups have not been servicing me well. Mm-hmm. What will we think? And what will we be saying about Dickie, right?
Yeah, facts.
So that's all I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I really don't care about the color. Just call out their name and stay on them. But yeah, man. No, that's pretty crazy, and not just to harp on this whole thing too. I seen some shit earlier today that was pretty crazy. Do you know they have a augmented fucking contact lens? VR, dog. I believe it. I seen the video earlier today, bro. Like, it was random as hell. And like, apparently, how you're supposed to click on certain items and things like that. Uh-huh. It's on your eyeball. It goes around. So like your iris or whatever, you actually like look at a certain spot, or you look at something to click on it, and it pulls up when you're in certain areas exactly things that you would want and need. AR fucking contact, bro. Now the question is, would you get one in the future?
That's on some Johnny Mnemonic.
Like, you put it, I think they had it set up to put it to one eye, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know, man. That maybe.
And look how cool. I'm good with my eyes right now.
I like technology, so I'll give it a shot.
But I would. I've
never had contact lenses before, so
you never had them in your eye? Hella uncomfortable. But then again, like the ones I tried was like wildly like the dirt cheap ones, the color ones that you see in like the dollar store that like will burn your eyes like it did mine. So yeah, I probably never had like a real good experience with actual contacts. But I would try it out though. Because just that, like I said, the screen, the technology, it shoots into the eyeball. It doesn't hurt it from what they say and all that. I think the company's called Movo. if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to re-look that up, but that was crazy. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. That one had me like, damn, the fuck is going on in this world? But like, actually, somebody was on a bike too. Somebody, they were doing like one of those bike races, and it was showing like his miles per hour and like if he was looking at anybody else's, what their miles per hour is going, distance of where they're going, shit like that. I was like, damn, the road's about to curve this way, gonna turn this way. I don't know if they put it in post-production, but it was like, it's like a augmented, just imagine like, right now it's like almost an early stage Game Boy mode, where it has like the green digital, green text, like DOS looking type shit.
Yeah.
But it's obviously with a clear background. And then it says it goes away for like most of the day unless, you need it and it knows you need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you go into this place, you probably want this. Oh, it probably is attached to your phone and shit like that too. So like if you're ordering something, hey, your pizza's almost here. Your pizza arrived, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Delivery in the right eye, it'll pop up. Things
That's
like that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the future's coming fast, man.
I seen that. I was like, damn. And that video was actually like a year old. I was like, damn, how did I miss this one?
The future's coming real fast.
You know what I mean?
Holy shit.
I was like, damn, they definitely did that one. I ain't even gonna hold you. Let's see, man. What else up in the dossier? Oh, yeah, man. And other little NBA news. You seen your boy Russ off the bench?
Russ off the... Oh, yeah. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. I like
when Russ didn't play, you really saw that it's really not his fault, bro. Like, they're trying to make him a scapegoat. It ain't Russ's fault. The team is trash.
I think that actually helped out Russ too, because people actually got to see that a little bit too, because they still lost. I think they were 0-3 with Russ starting, and he had like 10 points, 6 rebounds, like 5 assists, some shit like that. It wasn't great stats, and then now he's averaging like 16, 8, and 8. With like, great percentages. They're 2-1 right now. Like everything is up. So I mean, I don't know how long he's going to be on the team. I hope he actually stays on the team. Like they just need to keep getting shooting if they can just poach a bunch of teams with, and just keep poaching a bunch of shooters.
That dude, Matt Ryan, who won the game last night, he's an Uber driver. He was an Uber driver the other day.
DoorDash, actually. DoorDash. Yeah, they said it was funny. They made a delivery joke. They're like, yeah, I guess he delivered tonight. Late. But he delivered. Man. You know what I'm saying?
So Steve Nash left.
Well, did he leave or did he got fired?
He got fired. Mutually, but that's a nice way of saying that he got fired.
Yeah. That was Sean Marks being cool.
So what was all of that? Nah, we're not. We're sticking with Steve Nash, this, that, and the third. Like, sometimes niggas just want to show they're more powerful than you. And I feel like that was one of those sort of things. Because he asked, because it was an ultimatum, he was like, nah. But now 7 losses later, oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of Steve Nash. Like, what was the point?
Nah, yeah.
What was the point?
I thought that was pretty stupid too. They probably should have. Like, I think they would have gotten rid of him early, as soon as Ime was available. But I also thought they should have probably just moved on from him. KD also probably should have had a better stance to just say get rid of the coach and not the GM and the coach, because technically this man Sean Marks got you everything you wanted from day one. Did. I don't care what you don't like now, but that whole Ben Simmons trade happened because everything started falling through. But he got you James Harden. You asked for James Harden, he got you James Harden. He only wanted to leave because Kyrie wasn't playing. That's it.
Facts.
That's nothing else. That has nothing to do with Sean Marks. Like, all you could be, maybe
he was mad that he let James go. instead of forcing him
doing like what he did to KD. Yeah. Now, in hindsight, I'm pretty sure Sean that is a mistake, but he at least got you him. He got y'all two here, and he got you him. And before y'all got there, he had D'Lo, he had Karras, he had Jared Allen. You know, a bunch. Oh, can't play too much. Do you know how big that boy is? Lucian's gonna take this whole podcast down. What are you doing?
For real.
Like,
his album just dropped. Him and 21 Savage's album just dropped.
Dope. I'm definitely gonna be checking that one out. Let's. What's the track list though?
I don't know. He, one of our producer friends, boy band.
Oh, he
just sent it talking about the sample. I'm about to ask him which sample.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna type in Drake anyways. Let's see what they got. Drake's new collab album with 21 Savage, Her Loss. Let's see what the playlist is looking like. Okay, it's probably him and 21 the whole time, but it looks like he's got a song with the only other feature is Travis Scott.
Yeah.
At least what's listed. Yeah, this is an Apple album too, right? It says Apple Digital Masters. And I mean, honestly, he's got 16 songs, an hour and 1 minute. If I had to guess, Pussy and Millions with Travis Scott's probably going to be a banger. Jumbotron, Shit Poppin'. 3 AM in Glenwood. Sounds like
another in joints.
Yep, he's bringing it back. Is it with 21 too? Yep. All right, Middle of the Ocean, Broke Boys, Circo Loco. Okay, on my BS. Back Outside Boys with a Z. I think he's gonna come back strong. Now, is he gonna have better first album? Is he gonna have a better first release than Certified Lover Boy in his first previous songs?
This album's probably gonna go huge. I think, bro.
It's gonna do well, but I don't think it's gonna beat those things. And let me break down why. Because first week numbers are not the same anymore. They changed. Drastically. You know what I'm saying? They literally only count the first week and not the single, the singles being out months ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people are trying to always shit on first week numbers. To me, it's pointless to shit on them because all the numbers has changed. So now that you see these numbers that are out when they're they hit 25, 30, 50, 100 or 125, or even where Kendrick's was actual first week being sold. Now, if he would have, all those other songs, N95 was cooking up for a few weeks and all that, and they would have counted like that, boom. But no, those numbers that are actually going before is actually the total numbers of spins on that actual album. So personally, me, I just wish the market would just actually just show the total numbers instead. It's hey, listen, this guy is worldwide sold, X amount of millions, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or, sold not even X amount of millions, sold 300K overall or 350 or whatever. But everybody's so harped on the first fucking week sales. To me, I'm just dog, it's just the first fucking week. Sometimes, how many times have you heard an album nah, bro, you need to check that out, week 2, right? Yeah, I've been meaning to listen to it. Nah, for real, dog. You still haven't heard that yet, bro? Man, you tripping. You might hear that even 3 times, and then you're damn, all right, I'm going to go ahead and play it this one time, and it actually gets in your rotation. You start listening to it. There's lots of people that actually come late to the party when it comes to music. You feel me? So, in my personal opinion, we should really be on that scale as overall scale rather than just that quick first week. Oh, they sold 250. Damn, it's the hottest shit out. Man, forget all that. Let's do these total numbers where y'all hitting the M's for real. After week 4, oh, they're going gold, sold 1 million, da 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 da. Shit. But nah, this looks like a pretty good album though, man. I'm gonna definitely tap in with Drake. For sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Gotta listen to it. Give my honest opinion of it.
Nah, facts. I'm gonna definitely check that out. I've been told to check out the Jeezy album. Oh,
yeah, Jeezy too. Jeezy dropped.
I mean, the album I've been listening to this whole time though, Kodak Black's.
Kodak's?
KTB, Cutthroat Business. That joint is hard. I ain't even gonna lie.
Kodak always got some heat though.
No, he does. And I was talking to Dex the other day about that. Like, he usually, no matter what, he's gonna give you 1 or 2 or 3 on any given album. But his last 2 albums, to me, in my personal opinion, were pretty fire. The one before those last 2 was okay. There's a few songs that album to me was like, yeah, you gave me like 3 joints. You know what I'm saying? The one before that, I really wasn't feeling. You know what I'm saying? That to me, that one's more skippable. But this one, this recent one, man, I'm gonna tell you like this: it's a nice body of work. You could keep spinning it back. You got no problem playing that joint. I haven't heard a person that said, "Nah, I really hate the album." Like, not one person. They either say, "Nah, it's cool." I like it. He's on some different type of flows, but still on his same flow type of thing going on. A lot of original tracks. He's not doing a whole bunch of features. And it's cool, man. And I think he put on a few people, too. Let me actually pull up his little playlist, too, just so y'all can get a little preview of what's going on. Can't play it, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is Cutthroat Bill. Not Cutthroat Business. Cutthroat Bill, Volume 1. But he's got a song, 300 Blackout, which also references Young Thug and YSL. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all his features are like youngins, Lil Cricks, Venice?
Yeah.
Right? Venice or Venice and 2-Wop and then Prince Swaney. Yeah, so he didn't even go like popular on that, but you know he's got that spin song that everybody's starting to love too. You know, he's got the walk song, walk, but that back part,
walk.
but the back part of the song where it goes real smooth, it's called Spin. That song is going to turn out to be, that's going to be the one.
Kodak is fire, man.
That's going to be the one.
That's why he signed that deal. He signed that big deal with Capitol for like 30 M's.
Yeah. I don't blame him, honestly. Like, him signing a deal.
A lot of guys, he signed a deal. Whatchamacallit signed a deal. What's his name? NBA Youngboy
re-signed. There's a few people that what's the name? Future actually sold his catalog, right? Forgot how much.
He just bought a big that giant house.
That's what for like 16 million. 16 M's. He bought that for 16 mil. Close to 17. Close to 17.
Island.
And my theory is that is actually Lil Wayne's old house, remodeled, revamped. That is just, it's not a rumor. It's a rumor, I guess. But for me, that's just what I think. Straight up. I think that's what...
Just from how it looks and being there already, so...
It kind of look like, from what I'm seeing, it kind of looks like the same area. I could be wrong. It could be like, a street or two down. It's not, but I think he might have bought Lil Wayne's old house that you seen in the Steady Mobbing. You know what I'm saying? Just so if you need any reference, go look up Steady Mobbing with Gucci Mane. And that's Lil Wayne's house, and I'm frequenting Miami like every day. And when you used to ride down, I think it was either 395, right? Was it 395 that you ride down? Yeah, you ride down 395 and look to your left. You seen Wayne's house right off that island right there. And I think Wayne had that whole shooting incident at his house or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then he put his house up for sale. So I don't see why not. Why can't that be his, Wayne's old house renovated, and Future ends up buying it. Like, it makes a lot of sense to me. I could see that happen very easily. And Future just came up with what? How much was his deal?
I don't know. I'm not sure on Future's deal, but it was big.
Yeah, it was big. I want to see how much he spent, how much he just spent off of that deal. Right, let's see. Future catalog deal. Let's see. That makes a lot of sense. Let's see. He sold 612. Da 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 da. Let's see.
Another note: Jay-Z is interested in buying the Commanders.
Oh yeah, he's with somebody else too, right?
Oh, I don't know.
It's supposed to be with somebody else that he's
It's
trying to sell
always
that
with
shit
somebody.
with. I don't blame him. I mean, damn, he sold 612 joints.
Jay Prince broke silence and said what happened at Takeoff shouldn't have happened.
I mean,
Speaking
course
of the
not.
Migos, if they don't get back together, him and Offset, something's really wrong. After
I mean,
this one,
something was already wrong, but at the same time, because obviously those guys been together like how many number one hits? You feel me?
yeah,
Like Fight Night, T-shirt, Versace, bunch of number ones, just everywhere, like a mess of number ones. So I mean, honestly,
stir fry.
I'm gonna be honest with you too. They had a whole interview talking about it. Like, yeah, he said Offset could come back whenever. He was like, yeah, that's just family business. Da 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 da. Offset can come back whenever. But for right now, we just gotta keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think between them two, there's like we're just not gonna let the Migos name die. You know what I'm saying? That's personally what I believe, and I don't think they had any like major beef with it. They were probably like disappointed. But yeah, I would hope somehow they can,
Yeah,
do something to where
Quavo go on tour.
Quavo go on tour.
Yeah, I mean with Offset,
I would like for him to go on with Offset.
and he rap all the words.
I wonder.
I
if
wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, you might as well just do a straight up like Migos thing and then have him perform that joint. But then the problem is though, the only problem is that you got Offset with his new album that's solo.
Okay, he open up.
Is it? Yeah, you gotta have him open
Offset
up and then
open up, and then they
perform.
do that together.
I'm hoping they can get their business right without egos going on, and he can get paid for both.
Or he do it like Drake did it when he did with Future, where Drake went first, Future went, and then Drake went again.
And they perform, so they got paid like 3 different ways, though, right? Or is it just you end up splitting the baby anyways? How does that work?
I don't know. I mean, it was Drake's tour. I mean, Future got his check. But what I'm saying is how they did it was where Drake went before Future, then Future went, and then Drake went again.
I get that.
Drake split his show into 2.
No, that's what I'm saying. All right, so you're saying Quavo performs for a little bit on his solo joints.
I don't have to do
Not
that.
Quavo, not Quavo.
Offset.
Offset.
Offset do his solo stuff.
But his joint's gonna be quick anyways. It's not his set. He don't have like he has what 2 albums? The Father 4 and then this new one.
The new one. I'm just talking about the new stuff.
Yeah. So
he does his new stuff. Then they do the new Migos stuff, the Unc Fuse stuff.
I can see that. And you got to drop some classics.
And then drop some classics.
You got to drop some classics, dog. Like, I ain't even going to lie to you. I don't know how, like, actually, real talk, like, you might have to mix the few stuff in the Migos set.
Yeah, you have to.
Like, just midway through, like, you can't even make it his own section yet. Because the few joint ain't get to pop the way it needed to pop all the way yet.
Yeah, because you got to think, this is going to be, like, this is going to be Takeoff's last check, essentially. Last big, like, this was supposed to be hit. Not last, like, he was going to retire after that. I'm just saying, God bless the dead, like, because he's gone. Unless you got a bunch of old music that's unreleased, like, anything new, he's not really going to be a part of.
Yeah, he's getting a spike on his solo album right now. All the Migos songs are getting a spike right now, so He's getting like that's that last little wave. Obviously, Quavo has talent, so he can be able to survive out a little bit. I believe. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe he'll be able to survive out a little bit. It's gonna be tough though, because mentally, like I said, you know,
it's real tough, man.
Like a man seeing his cousin / like uncle, I think, or
that's his nephew.
Excuse me, that's his nephew. Yeah, he's the older one. To me, I've always thought he'd look.
He's older, but he's not that much older. Like
2-3 years.
His sister had a kid.
Yep.
His sister had a kid. Or his sister's a lot older than him. I should say his mom had him after his sister was already a grown woman.
I know mad people like that actually, so that makes
sense. I have a nephew that's almost my age.
Oh, well, damn, that's pretty deep.
Like I'll be 39 on Tuesday, right? I want to say he's like 33 now.
This nigga ever looks at you and is like, you ever called me nephew, nigga? We squaring up.
he called me uncle on some funny shit.
All right, Unc. Yeah. All right, Unc. With your dad hats, nigga. Nah, I feel you though. Like, actually, I've seen that a few times. Like, when I was in middle school, that shit kind of bugged me. I was like, "What, y'all? What? How?" You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Oh, well, I guess." You know what I'm saying?
Nephews older than uncles and shit like that.
I've seen that plenty of times. You got the little, you know what I mean, going on. You know what I'm saying? Technically, shoot, I probably got some family like that right now. Now that I think about it, shoot, yep, that's true.
Let's see, Quavo. I mean. Takeoff is 28. How old is Quavo?
Quavo gotta be like
probably 31.
31.
How old is Quavo?
Max 32.
Quavo.
I mean, they probably gave him the artist treatment, so they shave off like a year or two of your age.
How old is Quavo?
Only person that didn't get that treatment was Fabio.
According to Wikipedia, early life. Quavius
31.
Keontae Marshall was born on April 2nd, 1981 in Athens, Georgia.
Lord Quavius.
Together in Gwinnett County, a mostly
How old
suburban
is
area.
that?
31.
31 Savage. Okay.
Offset is 30.
No, they were trying to say
28.
Offset 30 and then Takeoff was 28.
Yeah.
It's crazy because Takeoff definitely looked the oldest though.
Takeoff?
A little bit.
Offset looked the oldest to me.
Well, yeah, Offset after a while. I think it was like after
Quavo looked like the youngest to me.
Quavo looked the youngest. Takeoff to me looked kind of like the oldest, but it looked like Offset was on more drugs that kind of aged him a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? And maybe a little cheating Cardi stress. No disrespect. I feel him though. Like, you're a rock star, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's what rock stars do.
It was what y'all do. You know what I mean? So
it's crazy to expect a rock star to be faithful though.
No matter. Cardi B, Beyonce.
Think about that though. Like let's break this down. Let's really break this down. How do you expect a rock star, a musical star, to be famous?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not famous, to be faithful. Like, that's nuts.
I mean, I think it's the idea of trying.
This nigga Hitmaker have orgies when they're making songs.
Nah, for sure. What I'm saying is, I personally be thinking, right, that it's the romanticizing of
romanticizing of being in a relationship,
being that guy. You have the white picket fence and all that. And Tom Brady sat his ass at home for 6
weeks.
6 weeks and was like,
"Get me out of here."
Yeah. Hey, coach, I'm coming back, man. Yeah, man. You
remember that retirement, coach? I'm the antidote.
You remember that retirement speech that I already did?
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to do it. Take it back. Nah, you remember Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, it's taking too long to lock up.
That boy was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not going anywhere. Like, yeah.
I'm staying right here.
Stay right here. That's what they're on, dog. Like, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. It's that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. But like I said, man, It's a fucking crazy time, dog. Like, how long we been going for?
That long.
Not that long. We gave him a little short Sprite one right now.
Not that long.
Shit, you got it. I feel like I had a few more on the dossier on the joint.
Still a lot. There's still a lot to talk about.
Shit, pull one
still
up.
A decent amount of things.
Shit, man.
Let's see. We
pull it up on
We loosely went over a lot of stuff.
That's fine. We can always circle back.
Supposedly, Lil Wayne told Lotto, "Nah, you can't use the lollipop sample." That's one thing.
Now, what do you feel? How do you feel about that one? Like, I mean,
yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, I don't think she would have killed that one. I think she could do a lot.
I'm with it.
You know what? Too on top of that, like
you should. I don't want to think. I don't think that you should have to use the strength of how big that song was.
No, I feel you. Like, I don't also want her.
Plus, she just did it.
She just did that on 2 songs. The Freaky Girl plus the
she
Mariah.
Just did it.
So just fall back off of that for
fall
like
back, fall back a little bit.
Give it a whole album or something. Give
it a breeze.
Give me an original beat or 2 off a hit, and then come right back. And you can spin another one. It's fine, but let me hear. Get off 2 joints. Like, I ain't saying. They ain't got to be big energy hits. You know what I'm saying? But somewhere in the ballpark, or at least kind of knocking on the door. Give me 2 of those back to back, and you should be able to have.
Do it again after that. But it's like,
because you don't want
to seem like you dependent on it. Yeah. You feel me? And you don't want to get put in that box where, you just do.
I don't even know what's a cool name to call it. Like, you damn near like a mixtape hit maker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like you just your biggest hits are other people's biggest hits. You get what I'm saying? And so it's like,
you don't want to do that all the time.
Is it you or is it the other people?
It's good to do it once in a while. It's good to, like, those 2 songs are fire. You know what I'm saying? Her renditions of them, I got to give it to them. Good job. Like, I didn't think Mariah's joint could ever sound like anything else. I didn't think Freaky Girl with Gucci. That's why I'm saying those songs are fire. Like, I don't listen to Big Energy, but damn, you did a good job.
Hits. Those are hits.
Damn, you did a good job changing the whole vibe of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't, if you play both back to back, I'll be like, these are 2 different songs, and you did a good job. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, I agree. I don't think she should be on Lollipop. Drop that in like 2 years or something, 3 years or something, boo. You know what I'm saying?
Next year.
Yeah, but not right
summer.
Now. Not right now. Give me 2 more joints. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, now we did say she was going to be the one. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But there's a few other little female artists, Ice Spice, and then you have that Glorilla girl.
Ice Spice is cool, but
1 and done, 2 and done.
Ice Spice is cool, but she's gonna have to go to Cardi B route. You know what I mean? Like, she's gonna have to put out some hit records, because I don't think the drill thing.
Drill's cool for a little bit, but she's definitely,
like it's cool, but it's not no. I just don't see it progressing past where she is.
She needs she don't even need a Bodak Yellow. She needs the I Like It Like That type of hit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. I see what you're talking about. And I think, you know what, while she has an interest now, I think she should definitely be experimenting to try to get, not, fishing. Like, obviously stay in your lane for right now. You get 1 album off like that.
Yeah.
But everything else, you might want to say, hey, well, she can't chill with Bad Bunny right now. Bad Bunny's way too big, but like somebody that's on the verge of doing well, or she should get on the song with Bia. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. I think that would go real well with her. Her, Bia, on some smooth.
Get with some songwriters.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Cardi, like pretty much take the Cardi route.
I think she could.
She could definitely be the new Cardi.
And then I think Glorilla, they already got the package plan, and they got her looking like she's ready to win. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I know she got the whole lawsuit thing with Hit Kid, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see how that goes.
Oh, she got a lawsuit for him?
No, actually he got a lawsuit, I think, for her or the label or something, but some paper wasn't, exchanged for, not exchanged, but I think the FNF. Mm-hmm. I think that song right now, the issue that's going on is that he owns some of the songs, things like that.
I mean, it's his. I mean, according to how it's labeled, it's his song.
It's his song. He wrote the joint. He made the. I don't know.
He wrote it, but he definitely made the beat
and told her to get on. And he does. He's like, I think he like is a big producer in Memphis, if I'm not mistaken. Like he worked on the Black Boy JB album. He was the one I was also contacting besides the label, was him, to be like, hey, this is that, it was the third guy, you know what I'm saying? I still got his number now. Like when he goes to drama, I could probably text him right now and say, yo, everything good, you know what I mean? But he did that joint. And then, but I didn't know like at that point in time what he necessarily did, because he's like, oh, I produced the album. I just thought he was a producer, but come to find out, he is a former camera guy too. You know what I'm saying? So he, does video production as well as doing music production. So he has that background. So he got her look pretty right. They did the video. So the video and all that, I believe, is also him setting up.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he did the whole thing.
Yeah.
He packaged her up real nice.
Packaged her up, you know what I'm saying? And I think
creative.
And then also there's been a few other females, but also the area is good too, you know what I'm saying? Because Memphis is kind of bubbling real nice right now. You know what I'm saying? Like he also found another few females too that, in the city that he was trying to bubble up to, that is actually kind of in the scene right now as well. Glorilla just is the one that, is the one that's just really taken off. And I believe she was kind of like, he was going to rep her before she signed, basically, just to kind of take, just to take care of her, just to make sure she don't, it's kind of like the Mason Fabio foreign thing, just to make sure you don't like sign away all your rights and have an effed up deal and things of that nature. Because he already knew that the beat of F and F was already hit. How she laid it down was already good to go. That's why.
F-R-E-E for nigga. Yeah, it's a hit.
It's a hard ass cadence. You know what I'm saying? Like the cadence is crazy.
She says she can't come outside today. That means she's scared, right?
Yeah.
Hey.
And it's crazy because you ain't even got to change your voice to do the voice. You know what I'm saying? Like you just chilling, just You know what I'm saying? And shit, you could change it for a bitch. Fuck, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit. So, nah, she definitely has a future. She's doing real well. I'm fucking with the whole vibe that's going on. You know what I mean?
So much for what you call it said.
What?
On that one show. That crazy the nigga that be wilding on Adam 22 shit. The nigga that be saying the wild shit.
You talking about what? Flacco, Crip Mac.
The nigga that was saying the wild shit, and they were like, whoa, like the.
Which one?
I don't watch the show, so I have no idea what his name is.
He's
the one that's like from Dakota or some shit.
You're talking about Flacco. Flacco is like, he's like their mini academics.
Yeah, him.
Like that.
And he was talking about
he's like an early uneducated, like I'm not gonna say uneducated because he's educated, but uneducated in the music game and gangster shit and all that. I'm gonna say uneducated in that form.
He's a little green.
Yeah, he's very green. Well, he's growing though. I'll say I'll say green. This by this month, by comparison to when he first got there, goddamn, it's not a full 180. I ain't gonna say that. But he had a cool 70-degree turn. You know what I'm saying? He still needs to season up some things and smooth it out. Because honestly, going from like Africa to Wisconsin, you know what I'm saying? You're really not getting the taste of what LA is supposed to be like. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be there for a few years.
He was saying some wild shit though. But when he was talking, remember the only time I ever. You always have the shit on, but like he was talking about Glorilla and she was like her career is done, going to signing to Yo Gotti, like her career is done. You remember that? You don't remember? I
thought that was stupid. Yeah, even though like
so much for that.
Yeah, no, I think if you want to say Yo Gotti doesn't have any history of having female artists, you can go with that. Like popping female artists, that's the only thing you could have told me, and I would have been like, you know what, okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe you got me there, but just an artist in general, he already worked enough dudes to probably figure out, okay, this is what you got to deal with a female, and he's had a few already that didn't pop. So he knows what to expect now. You know what I'm saying? So now, all right, oh, you're popping for real. We can do something. You gotta. Her shit is like, she has a very distinct voice. This is deeper. The cadence is good. You know what I'm saying? I heard about 2 or 3 tracks. I'm like, this shit kind of go hard. It sound like a nigga I would listen to. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted. I'm not sitting there listening to Glorilla every fucking 3 seconds. You know what I'm saying? But if it come on, I ain't gonna just change it first thing. I'm not running to the fast forward button and skipping it.
I mean, yeah, she definitely has a certified hit.
Yeah, she got a certified hit. The other joint with Cardi B sound good. That song actually sounds good. Like,
yeah, I mean, shit, Lotto's on the remix.
Yeah, and Lotto's on the remix of the other joint. So like, it's right now 2 for 2. At least in my book, you know what I'm saying? I think there's other songs that is probably good, but I feel like that's definitely more catered to the females and all that shit. Mm-hmm. It's all catered to females, but there's certain cadence and boom, bass rhythms that I could blot out whatever you saying. It just sound hard. You know what I mean? Like, it just, your tone of the voice and the beat just sounds like instruments that should be in almost like a symphony. You know what I'm saying? It's just a street symphony and it just sounds really that good to me. That's just how I listen to music. But yeah, man, Chloe gonna be out. She gonna be out of there. You know what I'm saying? Boy, they putting this Kyrie apology up everywhere too.
Yeah,
it's gonna be everywhere.
I told you, man, it's tough to watch. It's real tough to watch.
Let's see,
who you like this year, man?
We talking about football,
basketball. Sorry.
Winning it or just
who you like this year? So we've seen a good couple of games.
All right.
A couple of things. I want to know who you think is going to be the MVP.
All
those off-season moves. Which one do you think's panned out the best?
MVP could potentially be Luka or John Morant, or
I think it's gonna be Luka
or
Steph,
or in a weird way, depending on their placement, it could actually. I mean, you could always pick Giannis, but I think they might have
Giannis too. He's going nuts.
Yeah, but they might. Some people might eventually have the fatigue of that. You know what I'm saying? There is MVP fatigue. Like, I don't think they're gonna let Jokic get 3 in a row.
He's gonna average a triple double this year, though.
And he is gonna average. He's gonna have better stats than both of his MVP years. I promise you that.
He's gonna average. Yeah, he might get 3 in a row, bro. Like, he's going dummy right now. Like, I'm not even playing.
A person that might deserve it, though, if they end up number 1 in the East or number 2, might be Donovan Mitchell. It's a big jump.
I don't know. Darius Garland is putting up insane numbers right now.
He just played his first game, and he pulled up. Yeah, he pulled up.
Second game.
His first one, he was out. Like, he got hurt.
Yeah, but he was balling.
He played for like 5 minutes in the first quarter of the first game. Like, literally, bang, bang. Eye poked and was out. This game, though, this last one, balling.
Yeah, it's game back. Blurry vision.
Blurry vision, balled out.
Third quarter, he was like 23-9, 24-9.
No, but I'm saying, but Donovan be having like monstrous games all throughout.
Oh, you know who else? I mean, he's not going to win it, but you know who's putting up ridiculous numbers?
Who?
Shai Gilgeous.
Oh, I mean, I kind of expected that.
Yeah, but it's not like he's putting up 30 shots, bro. He's like 17 of 20, 13 of 15, 37 points. Like, it's something ridiculous this nigga's been putting up, and it's like consistently putting up crazy numbers.
Speaking of, he's been pretty good. I like this game.
Banchero's looking pretty decent.
I like the rookies. Banchero, I like Mathurin too.
Mathurin.
Yeah.
Benedict.
Yeah, I like Benedict, Mathurin, and I really like Paolo.
I like Keegan.
Keegan's been pretty solid. Jaden Ivey?
Jaden Ivey's been decent.
Yeah, he's been pretty decent too. There's another kid that played all right too, but those are the ones that like been kind of sticking out to me so far. Those young guys, and I mean Chet's hurt, so we couldn't necessarily see him. Right?
Yeah, we ain't really get to see
Shaedon Sharp is a good lob threat though. So far, you seen him?
Yeah,
he's been dunking and jumping out the gym. That's a fun.
Jamal Murray's looking crazy. He's
seen that little.
He's getting back.
You seen the Kobe like twist and dunk in the.
Yeah. Once he loses that pudge and gets into real game shape, dog, he's gonna be a monster.
Nah, he's gonna be good.
Nuggets are looking kind of crazy. Come to think about it, Michael Porter don't see a shot that he don't like.
They got a good little team. I think they still might need a 1-2 just in case, because obviously the Warriors are kind of like in a weird space right now because they're not like, I don't think they have a winning record. Mm-hmm. But obviously we know what they can do. You know what I'm saying? It's just, do you think this whole Draymond thing is still gonna slow them down? And
I don't know. It's like I really need to read some of these articles, but I saw it wasn't even an article. I think it was something on like First Take or Sports Center, and I missed the story or the segment, but it was like Steph Curry was concerned about the locker room or some shit.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't read into it.
I mean, all right. I'll say this. I'm not sure if I've seen Draymond go as hard, like, demonstrative Draymond.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't seen that this year when I have watched the games. Like, I haven't watched the game all the way from first to fourth with them, but I have watched, like, at least 3/4 when I watch a Warriors game. At least 3 to 2 when it's like a busy day for sure. But yeah, I haven't seen that, like him kind of getting a tussle, pushing with anybody. It's never none of that. It's just kind of like, he's kind of like docile right now, kind of watching his image, making sure that he doesn't like ruffle the feathers, maybe even get any quick early texts in the year so it doesn't affect him for the playoffs. That's the Draymond I'm seeing, is like kind of like protecting his image a little bit. And that edge is kind of not there right now when it comes to that. So, I mean, but no, I see the Cavs looking pretty good. Depending on health, the Clippers could be up there, but you know what? It could be a Luka year.
You think so? What, winning the chip? I mean, he's putting up these numbers, but they're like 4-3 or 3-4. Like, they're not really winning.
It's
right
weird.
Now.
It's weird though. Like, I think
because he doesn't want another star. Like, he wants everything to be on him, but I don't think like. Either they got to rework the team, right? Or like he needs.
They have enough.
He needs another 22, 23 point a night guy.
They have enough pieces to get that other score, but now are they going to be close as, like, not his skill set, but are they going to be close enough to do it? Like, he almost needs a Paul George. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Paul George would go dummy in the Mavericks. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah, he almost needs a guy like that. My personal opinion. Oh yeah, you got Steph back up there in Orlando cooking up for them. You know what I'm saying, Chef Curry. But no, like I said, I like the rookies. I like them. Warriors obviously can make it back. Celtics look pretty good too. I think they still need another, even though they picked up Blake Griffin, I still think they need, like, they really lost out with Danilo.
Yeah.
Getting hurt for the year. I think that really, like.
Atlanta's not looking too hot. I don't know.
They're not.
Trey's been looking pretty bad. I don't know if the takeoff thing is affecting him that much. Like, I know they were close.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Ice trade the gang and then.
Ice trade that gang.
Yeah, that's true.
But
damn, I forgot.
Like, he's been looking pretty bad.
I mean, Murray damn near.
DeJounte's been looking great.
Yeah,
Trey's not been looking so hot.
They lost though to the Knicks, right? I think they still lost to the Knicks, but he had like a 6-steal game with like 36 points, like a double, like 9. It was like 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 36 points, something like that. If I'm not mistaken, I think I seen
the Warriors just lost to the fucking Magic.
So that's
39 points to Zeph.
Hey, you already know. You know why they lost to the Magic? Because they lost to the Heat earlier too.
Yeah.
And boys took straight L's in Florida. They're done ain't they done for the year?
Who?
Coming back to Florida. That's it, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, them boys only get like 2 games, right?
Yeah.
I think it's 2 games. Yeah, so them boys is done for the year. You ain't gonna see Steph Curry down here no more. You only get to see Steph Curry in Miami one time.
Yeah, once a year.
Damn, that's kind of tough, ain't it?
Yeah. I mean, the travel would be too much.
It would be.
You might see them 3.
It would be. That would be rough.
Jamal.
Yeah, that boy is back though. But if I had to place Vegas bets in a weird way, like I said, I don't think the Nets are gonna like make it unless something drastic changes with Ben Simmons. First of all,
yeah, he looks completely shook.
Yeah, he looks shook.
He looks completely shook.
He looks shook with that, and I think
they benched him. I don't think he's hurt. I think they benched him, bro, because he's not there yet. I don't think he's back.
I think what I forgot who mentioned it. I'm not sure if it was Perk or it was homeboy Richard Jefferson or whatever, but they were saying he should have damn sure played in this off season.
Oh yeah,
in the whole Olympic whatever that FIBA stuff, and just played for the Australian team. Played with Steven Adams if he's out there, Joe Ingles, those guys, and just really get your feet out there and just have some fun. You know what I'm saying? That because honestly, you wouldn't have been playing against the best competition, and really it'd have been like, hey, look, don't focus on us. And I think Patty Mills actually wanted him there. He was like, bro, you're gonna be with me. We're gonna shoot some jumpers, have some fun. And he was actually mad that he didn't come. He was like, bro, you could come out here, dominate, get your confidence back, and then you're coming into the NBA. He's basically going into the NBA. Look at all the
other Euro guys that was playing Euro ball. They're going nuts right now.
Yeah. But it's not like I'm not saying the European League and the international playing good, but you can score a little bit easier. You can score a little bit easier depending on how your style of play is. And he would have been able to do that because he's already going to be more athletic, a lot faster. Just little things like that. He's going to have the athleticism over him. It would have just been way better, bro. It's just, to me, man, Ben Simmons right now is just not looking good. The product's bad. We'll see what's going on with the Sixers, too, because I think Harden's out for the year. Oh, not the year, for the month.
Yeah.
He's out for the month, and then, they're trying to say that's a good thing. I'm like, I don't know how great that is, actually. Y'all need to figure out how to win together.
Yeah.
And you need him on the floor to win together. And they're trying to say, oh, maybe he should, hold back on his scoring and, save his legs for the playoffs. I'm like, y'all got to win first. Y'all just got to get a bunch of wins. Harden don't need to drop 35 points a game either and dribble the air out the ball, but also at the same time, you need to let him cook a little bit, be ready for the playoffs too at the same time. It's like you got to have a little balance, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's always been the issue when it comes to stuff like that, is trying to balance out Harden's playing style with the pick and roll playing style of Embiid, and then trying to work in Tobias Harris.
I mean, I feel...
And now Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey needs at least 10 to 15 shots. So,
well, he deservedly so.
Yeah, he deserves 15 shots.
Yeah, he deserves.
Tobias Harris deserves 15 to 20 shots.
I just don't know with Tobias though.
Embiid deserves 25 shots. Same thing with Harden. So it's like, that's a lot of shots.
It is, but I think those guys, how they're setting it up is that how they really should set it up is Embiid and Maxey trying to score the most, and efficient Harden drawing fouls at Harden should have 18, 15 to 18 shots per game, efficient. Maxey at 18 for sure, locked in, and the most shots with Embiid at 20. You know what I'm saying? And then what's the name gets 15 too? Tobias. Off ball type of scoring. Once in a while, give him an ISO if he has
he need to learn how to dive, man. Cut to the basket, backdoor cuts.
Yeah, I feel like he's only okay with that a little bit. He should be better at that. I'm even not great at that all the time, but When I know, I'm like, damn, this nigga's real nice, giving up the ball, passing to everybody and all that shit. You be like, all right, dog, how can I score? Let me just cut over here. Oh, you're a good passer too. Let me just finish this play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be sitting out there, kind of like how Russ in the beginning was just sitting out there waiting for the ball. Like, no, you got to do something. You got to move around. If not, you're just going to sit out there looking stupid, dog. Straight up. Let's see. Let's roll up this new flavor right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. The Knicks look somewhat... Jalen Brunson's been playing all right.
Yeah, you were worried about him.
Yeah, I was, because I want to star him, man. Well, look at Donovan.
I ain't gonna lie, he did put it on y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. He was basically, and remember what I said? I was like, that game looked like he was just trying to prove a point, and then everybody ran with that story like, oh, Donovan was trying to prove a point. I was like,
no bullshit, dog. Like, I was like, yeah, Donovan is Jalen Brunson plus.
They would have been playing together.
I'm saying even before, they didn't need Jalen Brunson if they were going to get Donovan, and if they did that,
they didn't know though. They didn't know that Donovan was even available. It was the trade of Rudy Gobert randomly happening. Like, oh damn, these guys are available.
Man, they were trying to get Donovan from last year, bro. They knew something was going to happen. I don't want to hear that they didn't know.
They knew something was going to happen because Ainge is around. Anytime Ainge is around, he going to try to
put it. He want to clear the decks. Yeah. He want to make the team in his image.
No, for sure. But at the same time, that year that he was there, they're also number 1 seed, right? Like one of the top seeds, right? The Jazz.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's hard for That's hard for GMs to ever blow up a team like that. That's kind of more unprecedented thing to do. So, most people like, even though, hey, we're gonna try for Donnie, we're gonna try for Donovan Mitchell. I don't think he's gonna be available, but we're gonna shoot some shots. We're gonna try. Next thing you know, oh shit, he's available. He's actually available. Like what? All right, yeah, we'll trade for him. But then, they started getting a little too egotistical. Personally, me though, I personally think, like, when it comes to y'all picks, I'm not sure. Y'all, there's only so much of those picks we're going to do for y'all, in my personal opinion, because I think y'all going to be all right without him this year anyways, and the next years and the years following up. I feel like y'all would have been in the middle, like right out, still lottery, but late lottery type shit. Like, but in some weird way, I do think if y'all play bad, y'all might have a chance for Victor, though, in a weird way, too. You know what I'm saying?
The Jazz almost got Victor locked up, man. They have so many draft picks. I'm pretty sure Trader Danny's going to trade all of those extra draft picks that he has. They're winning
still. You know that, right? The Jazz.
He gonna trade some. He gonna trade some people because these niggas is fucking up.
Yeah, but then if you have the worst record, you don't actually have the best chance, right?
Nah. But they have so many picks, and I'm sure he's gonna try and trade for more picks
to move up in the. But it's a weird way to even predict who might get number 1. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that. But if he has like 3 or 4 lottery picks,
he's gonna be. He has a high chance
of catching them.
I'm just saying him trying to trade to that spot that gets number 1. The only percentages is like if your team is like low first round, like if you're not necessarily top 3, if you're in the typical 4 to 7 to 10, you have a way higher percentage than the people that should be in the top 3 position, and the back end people too. You got like 11 through 15. Those picks, they're not necessarily worried about either. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
So those are the ones that they're going to push up.
Victor and Scoot look like can't miss. Mix.
Yeah. Victor Wembanyama, 7'4".
Prospects.
7'4".
I don't know who else is supposed to be coming. I don't know who else is supposed to be coming out.
That boy is. Yeah, I don't know the rest of that draft. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know the rest of that draft, but I do like what I see though.
2023, right?
Yeah, I like what I see. And then the years after that, it's supposed to be eventually Bronny, and then Bryson, right?
Oh, I don't know.
If they make the league, but they should. The boys is getting a lot of magazine and airtime now. Bronny?
Yeah.
I see you see them getting them boys getting airtime and stuff like that. Yeah, man. Let's see.
And we're back. Yeah, man. So anything you want to talk about, or you want to just get straight into the thing what we were talking about earlier?
Well, no, there's things that we did forget about on the whole Quavo takeoff topic too. Did you see what what's the name said too? Sauce Walker?
About what?
About
the situation?
Yeah, he said he's like, hey, if they were with us, that wouldn't have happened.
I can see that.
And I think Jazz said, what you mean? He's like, my number hasn't changed. I said what I said. I was like, I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? But actually, I don't know how Houston business or Texas business is ran, but in some weird way, I do feel like, at least from dealing with Sosa, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like they at least gonna make sure you're taken care of. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, I'm gonna keep my eye on X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that Sauce moves the same way. He's got to get it from the homie, right?
Say that one more time.
Like the way he carries himself and moves around. Like Sosa probably got, the certain way he moves around. Like Sosa moves very low key. Mm-hmm. Like he ain't the security guard up, but like you will never know that he's there until he's gone type of move, right? Same thing I feel like that's the same thing with Sauce, unless like he's got a little bit more obviously, so he can just he's like, yo, I'm here, and then he's gonna have people holding him down. And I heard he's like really hot shit in Houston and all that, in the whole Texas scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a pretty big dude. Like he's up there as like one of the.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I think, I mean, honestly, like I said, it was sloppy by whoever the host was. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever was hosting the official thing, that was all sloppy.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was.
No matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what happened, it was dumb because it's like, yeah, even if it was just a squabble, that would have been fine because you can get back up, wipe your face off, and make sure even if the video come out, like unless you get super packed out, like you pretty much you're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
As long as you ain't getting stomped out left and right. And shoot, matter of fact, Freddie Gibbs is still around, and he just
Quavo's assistant got hurt too.
Oh, did he?
He's a victim. I don't know if he died, but Quavo's assistant was a victim in the shooting also.
And that's just tough, like when I see those things happen, and like I get invites for certain parties, not maybe of that elk or whatever, but I do get invited to private parties all the time, and I might take and accept like 20% of them. Mm-hmm. Just because you just never know what could go on, and I don't think anybody's going to be on some BS or whatever like that, but the strays do happen.
Yeah.
That's why people wonder like why I just pop in and pop out. It's like, hey man, I'm just here to shake hands, kiss some babies, and keep it moving, get all the right people's numbers, and just go about my day, go about the life, because some people are in the room for several hours anyways, and y'all going from one spot to the next, drinking on this either liquor you're paying for, but if it's a Prince party, chances are this liquor's already sponsored and paid for, and people are getting more turned up. Like I just look at it like, yeah, man, I'd rather just go ahead and move real smart, pop in, pop out, shake the hands, keep it moving. Mm-hmm. And you've seen we've done that how many times to these like industry events? Like literally, it's like almost like niggas got alarm clocks on they phones and be like pop in for like 30 minutes and be out.
Yeah. Yeah, facts.
I don't think. Now, don't get it twisted. Because he was with Jazz and all them, and it was his party. I don't think there was much they could have done different. Because it wasn't them arguing directly.
Yeah, they were supposedly trying to cut the fuckery.
Yeah, so there's not much you could do besides just ducking low and have your security dip, get you up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And even then, that's still hard to coordinate.
Listen to me. I'm not oh man. Like, I don't really condone making a nigga have to go to jail or shit like that. But like, if it is me, if I'm Quavo, like, listen, one of y'all niggas either have to die or they gotta go to jail, because you ain't just gonna be walking around free after you done kill my nephew.
Nah, that's a fact. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he should
you gotta pick. You feel me? If you want to go to jail, cool.
And they were out for a birthday too. Like,
yeah, but you can't. You ain't just gonna be out here.
Nah. I don't care. They gonna do their little street talk and all that. But at the end of the day, yeah. So, like, I mean, shoot, the government's gonna be on y'all ass anyway, so he ain't gonna have to say much. You know what I'm saying? But keep it G. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and turn yourself in, because it ain't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell him it was you, but nigga, go ahead and turn yourself in, dog. That's like, it is what it is. Like, man, that's my family. You had
just turn yourself in, dog.
Like, you had
that's gonna be because dog.
Because I'm gonna end up in there before you if I get to you. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and turn yourself in. We don't need to lose 2 stars over this. Let's go ahead and just,
Yeah, man. So shit, dog. In other notes, so that civil case for the Trey Songz, the rape civil case, it got dropped solely on statute of limitations. For civil cases, the statute of limitations in California for rape is 2 years, supposedly. And this rape happened in 2016. Or whatever the case may be. So anything after, or 4 years, I don't know how it works, but anything after 2018 anything before 2018 will get thrown out if it's civil.
So he couldn't help but wait?
Yeah, and you already know. You a dummy, dog.
Yeah, that went over your head real quick, didn't it? Nah, that's a bad joke, but still, I just had to get that off. It was perfect timing.
He's had multiple accusations. Keke Palmer, the basketball player.
I've heard some things too. I'm not gonna air it out, but I've heard some things
about Trey Songz. So I don't know, man. It's
not all R&B singers are created equal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think after a while he probably just kind of got delusional with his game a little bit. I'm not, allegedly, from what's going on, he might have got a little delusional. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, because you're getting so much easy access. So there's a few chicks of status that will tell you no. You know what I'm saying? And be like, nah, I'm cool.
Some regular chicks will tell you no too.
Yeah, some regular chicks. It's okay. Nose is okay. Like there's gonna be at your level, not even at his level. If you just kind of got it together a little bit, you're gonna get a lot more yeses than nos. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. Like, wait for the next opportunity. You'll be okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully he wasn't on that, and you know what I'm saying? It's the typical, she just lying, and if it is the real thing, hopefully that comes out in the light later on. I don't wish jail on no man, but
yeah, that raping bitches shit is weak.
Like, if he's on some R. Kelly vibe for real, then even if they're of age, he shouldn't be raping though. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
She says no, hey, nigga, keep it moving. Hey, it's all good. Like, I don't even be on that curse and shit. Like, oh, fuck you, bitch. Nah, it's all good, baby girl. I've had sex before. I'll probably have it again without even trying. Like, the shit can come to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just, like I said, you take care of yourself. You do what you need to do. Them opportunities are going to pop up with you asking or not. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10. And if you go out with the mindset saying that's what you want to get, you probably going to get it the same way you got that dollar in your pocket, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on. So I always looked at that like, man, hey, just because she said no, there's a bunch that will say yes. Like, go with the ones that'll say yes. It's okay. you're a free man after and before and all that. You feel me? Yeah, man. Oh, can you pass that blunt, or are you still going with that? You know what I mean? But yeah, man, nah, this boy Trey is definitely wild. I mean, these R&B singers, man, we got to keep an eye on them.
R&B singers are notorious sexual predators.
Right now, it's looking like it. Like it's not looking good. I mean, if you like, people defend Michael Jackson, right? But you could probably put him in the R&B category, right?
Pop
R&B, but some of the songs with the R. Kelly song was Why. That was R&B. Am I lying?
Yeah.
So him, R. Kelly, Trey Songz. Any other singing ass niggas?
All of them, bro.
Somebody, I mean, all of them got stories for sure, though.
All of them, bro. Especially the older ones.
What was Al Green's story?
He got burnt up by some hot grits by a bitch.
Right? And then who was the one with the pops that fucked him over?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark, deep stories, though.
The music industry's wild, bro.
Oh, yeah. It was, like,
The music industry is wild.
You know what was funny? Like,
Entertainment industry is wild in general.
bro, like, you know what's funny? Like, when I was at the Bugatti shoot, I'm not gonna name who the person that told me. They're like, yo, Clark, it's a devil's game, man. Da 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 da. Like, you gotta just know what you're getting into. I was like, yeah, that's cool, no, nigga, but I ain't gotta do no devilish shit to just, you know what I mean? Like, still play the game, because guess what? You do business, nigga. At the end of the day, you do good business, motherfuckers gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. 1 + 1 is always gonna equal 2 in any motherfucking land. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's just what it is. And if it don't equal 2, I'm not gonna do business there. It's just what it is. It's just period. So I don't know. Like, when I heard that, I kind of got him, because it is crazy, like, these stories. But I don't know. I just don't. In the music industry, I just never looked forward to doing something grimy to be like, ooh, I got something grimy off. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not my attention, and I don't know. I always thought all that shit's weak anyways. And the one thing I did that same day too was also great advice too, right? Mm-hmm. He said what these people like to see is motherfuckers that's not fly by night. They want to see that you're consistent, you're here, this and that. So when you do speak, it's coming from a place where, yeah, I see you everywhere, this and that. People are happy to see you and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that goes a long way too. So I was like, yeah, there you go. You feel me? I was like, I'm like, yeah, devil's game. I'm like, you could play whatever game however you want to play it.
Yeah.
Every game has easy, hard, you know what I'm saying? Easy, normal, hard, and legendary, and hardcore mode, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? So it's the same shit with everything. If it's the game of life, the game of the rap game, you know what I'm saying? Whatever game you want to talk about, the P game, all that. It's just which level do you want to take it to, and how easy do you want to get it to? Do you want to, if it's going to be easy, you already know the game. If it's difficult, that means you're coming in as a fresh player with no tutorial. You know what I'm saying? So I hope I could just leave y'all with that a little bit, but motherfuckers really got to understand that it's just it is a hard game, but like I said, everybody ain't on that weird crazy shit. Mm-hmm. I will stand on that part. Not everybody. A lot of them though. Applause. Yes, they're definitely on it. Academy Award winning, great. You know, some people are gray, whatever. Other than that, I don't try to focus on those. They kind of show themselves real quick, and they're in and out. You know what I'm saying? But people see through that shit like real quick, man. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things, man. But yeah, man. I was gonna ask you, man. You got any more thing in the barrel for your boy?
I mean, not really. I mean, we could talk about football or we can't. It really don't matter.
Well, actually, we can shoot that real quick. Actually, football this year, undefeated Philly.
Undefeated Philly look crazy. It don't look like they gonna lose, but you never know.
Dolphins record, yes or no?
I mean, what you would call it already did it technically. The Patriots didn't win the chip.
Yeah, it don't mean a thing if you don't win the ring. Is the line?
That's a technicality.
It is. You had a perfect season, but not really, I guess.
I mean, when the Dolphins did it, there was only like 14 games during the regular season.
They had a perfect They had a perfect regular season. You didn't have a full, complete perfect season. Perfect season, you would be undefeated all throughout.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, so I get
Very
where
true.
the Dolphins.
It's debatable.
Yeah, it's debatable, but I get what you're saying because playoffs is a different thing, but not really because you're playing the season for the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So perfect season. No, it's not.
Helmet catch away, right?
Yeah, it was on, like honestly.
Or was it the plexi? Which year was that?
I think it was a helmet catch. The helmet catch. It was helmet catch. I remember that. That was with the team with Moss and everybody too, right? Yeah, they had a squad. That squad was good. That squad was real good. I mean, honestly, that's the thing with football though. It's a one and done in the playoffs, so it's not like it's skill, but it's like
there's no game 7.
Yeah, it's skill, but it's not really skill because it's skill for sure, but it's not all the way skill because another team could just be that damn hot. You know what I'm saying? Gameplay, plus they're just on fire and, they're jacked up from the playoffs and being there, things can happen.
Yeah. How's your my fantasy team's looking bad, bro.
Well, I'm playing you this week.
I got multiple people out.
I'm playing you this week.
Yeah. That don't mean nothing. My team is looking bad.
I'm literally playing a play.
Michael, whatchamacallit, is out for the year. Michael Thomas, I gotta drop him. He was like one of my high wide receiver picks. Njoku's out. Jamar Chase is hurt. He was my number one overall. He was my number one pick.
Mm-hmm.
Jamar Chase is hurt. Nick Chubb is on a bye week. My defense is on a bye week, so I had to. Yeah, my team's looking bad, dog.
Yeah, I got a good amount of starters in, but not all the way. Like I got Christian McCaffrey on the bench, Jared Jeudy, who I've been playing recently, my starting kicker McManus as well. Knox is a part-time starter, depending on who's out there, but I'm definitely still keeping Hawkinson out there before him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then Drake London is like a flex player on my bench. Like he could come out once he shows me another good game or two, and then we can get back onto him.
I got a mash unit I put together for this week, so
yeah, I got the geriatric Neosporin / Icy Hot group. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Michael Thomas has just been a waste of space. He had the first game was good. And like his second or third game, maybe, or his second game, he's been out since then. Like really, pretty much 2 seasons he's missed.
Well, it just all depends on if you've seen him really doing well with Jameis at first. You know what I'm saying?
He did. He balled out. That
Jameis
first
is
game,
hurt, right?
Yeah, Jameis is back, but Andy Dalton is the starter.
Okay.
So there goes that.
So that chemistry is already gonna be blown up. So Andy's going to have to lose the position, and we don't know if he's already gelling or going to ever gel with Michael Thomas. So that's a tough one. I ain't even going to sit there and lie to you, bro.
Yeah, man. It's tough. Shit, it's depressing. Now I'm depressed. Talking about my fantasy team.
Nah, that's crazy.
Everybody looks like shit, though. The Rams look like shit. The Bucks look like shit. Green Bay look like shit. Houston looks like shit.
Yeah, I like the Dolphins.
Arizona looks crazy.
What do you think about the Dolphins? It could go either way, right?
Tua, yeah, they look really good, right? But Tua,
They remind me of the Heat.
Tua don't have no type of arm, bro. Every throw is an underthrow, and it's nuts.
But what's crazy is that this man might have a 2,000-yard catching season, though. Right? Isn't that more than Pat?
It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Like Tua be putting up big yardage games, bro, and I swear he can't throw more than 40 yards. Like he be putting his whole life into throwing the ball, and it's underthrown every single time.
It's like a small kid shooting like a men's basketball, like from far, and it looks like it's just a big ass boulder, but they're still able to shoot it. But it's like, that's got to be taken out.
It's like when you see young kids trying to hit threes.
Yeah,
that's
from
how
far.
much. That's how much he's throwing into it, dog. It's ridiculous.
What was it? The shot put? That's how they got to shoot it. It's like
This nigga's putting his whole body into the throw, bro, and the ball is not going nowhere.
Nah, but shit, somehow they make it work, honestly. And it seems like they like the guy though overall.
I think they go get rid of him.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so.
But they keep winning with him though.
I know they keep winning, but they were winning with Jared Goff too, and they got rid of him for Matt Stafford, and look what happened. They won the chip.
I mean, obviously they weren't going to get Watson because that was just going to be a little too messy. You know what I'm saying? That's who Flores wanted. No, he wanted Herbert.
He wanted Herbert, and then he wanted Watson after the fact, before the rape stuff, before the sexual assault stuff.
Okay, yeah, then I could agree with actually getting Watson before the rape stuff. Like, just a bit. I'm just speaking on purely business because I don't really know exactly what goes and what went on.
They're just
but
making
20+ people is still 20+ fucking people. That's
the GM of the Dolphins is just not trying to look bad because he picked Tua over Justin Herbert.
No,
so
for sure.
He's doing everything in his power to make sure Tua looks good, even if it's just for a year.
Oh, and then just sell him off?
Yeah, they're gonna trade. I mean, nigga, they want somebody else with all that horsepower that they have on the field, and this nigga Tua can only get into third gear. You're nuts. Can you imagine Justin Herbert's arm with these guys?
No, I feel you. Now, I'm not sure. Here's how Tua actually saves his spot over there, though. If it's a playoff game, they go on a deep run. Pardon me.
Bless you.
They go on a deep run, and then after they go on a deep run, it's not his fault that they lose. It's a possibility.
How is it not going to be their fault? What, the defense?
Yeah, just little. Just
he should be able to beat anybody with those weapons, bro.
No, like, what I'm saying is, I'm just saying
they can outrun anybody.
I'm just saying, like,
they should always be able to get 3 points.
He's doing great 2-minute drills. He's getting them to field goal position or scoring every time, and the defense just blows one. You know what I'm saying? Like missed tackle, whatever, that type of shit, or even better yet, he gets him in position for the field goal kicker to kick it, and the field goal kicker misses it. What do you ever say about the QB then? You're like you brought him there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really.
I'd say that Justin Herbert would have threw a touchdown. That's what I'd say.
You would have said Tom Brady and all them would too, but sometimes they don't. You know what I'm saying? What if he puts it perfectly there and one of those guys like misses the catch and it was like on the numbers? You know what I'm saying? Like, those things do happen. Where it's like, damn, that was because I think there was a throw, if I'm not mistaken, last week or something where he threw a perfect one, but somebody just missed it. Like, literally, he just threw a little lob and they just missed it straight up. So I think that could happen sometimes too. But teams that are gonna make it. I mean, Bills are pretty cool to watch. I'm not sure if they're gonna. What's the damage of this of the playoff run that they're gonna go? I think the Dolphins are gonna be nice. Rams eventually.
Bills got holes though.
Yeah, Bills got holes. Rams still got holes too.
Rams are looking bad. The Rams ain't making it. The best team in the NFC right now it's either Minnesota or Philly or Dallas.
Yeah.
I mean, the Giants look good too. But the Giants are the Giants.
I'm not mad at Kansas City though. Watching them.
Yeah, it's the AFC.
Yeah, I'm not mad at them. I could see.
The AFC they have a couple teams that look decent.
Chargers,
Chargers not so much, but the usual suspects, the
Bills.
Kansas City.
I don't know what the Ravens are going to do on the second half of the season, but we'll see. They still need some time in seasoning.
Yeah, man.
But no, there's some teams. I think it's going to be a non-typical Super Bowl this year. My personal opinion. I think it might be like that for both sides of the league, except for I could see if the Warriors button it up on the basketball side, getting Draymond to basically be like that nasty version of Draymond, how he usually plays. Mm-hmm. And like he's scoring well, he's doing all the right plays, but the what, all that extra screaming, the hype up stuff, like he kind of needs to do it a little bit, and that's what's tucked away. I haven't heard none of that when you think about it, right? Mm-hmm. I don't even think he's got a tech this year. That man's been.
I've seen him arguing though.
He'll argue, but it's not. It's up to a certain point. It looks like he's like. I'm not saying he needs to get a bunch of techs this year because it affects his playoff run. But you need what? All that stuff. He needs to bring that energy back. Like that. All that's gone right now. He's looking real like. I want to say a shell of himself, like straight up. He's looking real like soft in the shell of himself. But yeah, man. I got the unconventional teams. I got Dolphins, maybe the Cowboys, but I don't really.
Dolphins, Cowboys. That'd be a crazy Super Bowl.
Ooh, that would be kind of nice though.
Because anything is liable to happen with that one.
Yeah. But like I said, all these are one and done. So this is why I feel like out of all leagues that can make that happen, it's definitely the NFL. And it'd be kind of nice. I mean, it doesn't seem like the Bucks have it this year.
Anything can happen.
Doesn't seem like the Bucks have this year, so no point to add on to the Brady legacy. It's all right. He's great. He's number one, you know what I'm saying, as a QB ever. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? And then, besides just from him, like, there's a few things going on, but...
Aaron Rodgers isn't going to do it. Aaron Rodgers is looking bad.
Rodgers is looking bad. I would like to see my guy, Patrick Mahomes, somewhere in this mix of the playoffs doing well.
He's looking great.
Yeah,
he's had like 2 games of 5 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes might do another 50-piece when it comes to touchdowns.
Yeah. And honestly, he could win it this year too.
MVP?
No, I'm talking about the whole thing.
Yeah,
they can win it this year.
I mean, they just got Kadarius Toney from the Giants, so
that's a good pickup.
That's Tyree Light. Tyreek Light.
Yeah, you get another speedy receiver with what they got going on right now. Yeah, them boys are gonna do well.
Yeah, man. Well, shit, everybody. That's been our episode for today.
Before I go, randomly, remember I was out the Fountain Blue all last weekend too.
Oh yeah.
And then randomly, I was supposed to run into Trump and didn't run into Trump though. Walked out. As I was walking out, he was pulling in and at the Fountain Blue. So, I didn't get my MAGA hat special. I'm not. I didn't get my fitted, but that was random as fuck. But I did forget to mention that throughout. Like, hey, what's been up and shit like that. I almost ran into Trump. That would have been a.
How did you see the?
They had a bunch of Secret Service.
They were already there, right?
Nigga, it looked like a wave flyer rapper coming through throughout because you could just tell the energy changed. And then there was like a bunch of trucks. Like I could have actually stayed. My problem was I was already there from like 7:30 in the morning, and we had an outdoor event, so I could have easily been out there all in the mix. I just didn't have my change of clothes, and it was rush hour by the time I was driving out. I was like, man, it's over with, man. It's already done. Mm-hmm. Had I known he was going to be there, I'd have just did it just, shoot. He's still a president. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what the political views are. You still want to get that off. Like, yeah, man, I still was around a president. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that works, but that's still cool. You feel me? So, but
shit, Trump made me a lot of money.
That part too. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it all the way being. I always say this. I say this to any.
Oh yeah, we never talked about fucking what's happening with the student loan forgiveness.
Oh, but that can be talked about anytime. Actually, that one's not quite as time sensitive. Surprisingly,
shit, they're about to give out checks. They not just taking off loan money.
Let the scammers eat. No, I'm joking.
No, they're about to give out $10,000 and $20,000 checks.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
For unpaid student loans?
Yeah.
They're giving you money for unpaid student loans.
And expect you to deposit that during inflation, during the holiday season, and expect you to deposit it and pay off your loans with it.
Not going to be able to do it.
I don't know what Joe's thinking, man.
Crazy Joe.
Jesus Christ.
Why doesn't he just why isn't there just a system that just automatically pays it?
Right?
Yeah.
No clue. But supposedly they're going to be and they're giving out what you would call the checks again, supposedly.
I think that should be, personally, instead of giving out a direct check, like I'm not talking about for the PPP loans or whatever.
No, the stimulus joints. You're supposed to be giving out more stimulus money.
Honestly, that's going to have to be a form of money being given out, though. There's a lot of jobs, but there's a lot of jobs that used to be, human ran. So I do think there needs to be some form of some type of, depending on your wage or whatever, if you sign up for it or you don't, some type of couple dollars, like, hey, hold you down if you need it or not. You just keep it. You can keep all this in your closet. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But we're just going to give out a certain amount, because I forgot who was it, Yang or something like that. I think he was the one speaking on it, but it's kind of true. Like, look how many jobs are just lost to these digital kiosks. You know what I'm saying? These little centers, like, most of McDonald's is a person that can get on the drive-through window, talk, and still cook up the food. So you might have a total of 1 to 2 people in the store. Everything else, you're pressing buttons or talking to the person through a drive-through to get what you need. Yeah,
that's a fact.
How many other people needed to be? There used to be about 5, 8, 10 people back there, right? And a manager. Getting work done in all these little fast food places.
Manager, assistant manager.
Bro, that's a lot of jobs. All they got.
Everybody at a station.
The only job created that's somewhat high paying is the tech that's coming by to fix it. But how many techs, how many places after a while that's going to get, oversaturated. And that pay is going to go way down. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's probably high paying, but that pay is eventually going to go down. So, you just look at the future of things. So when he said, yeah, you're going to have to give out a couple dollars, I was like, I kind of agreed, because people are going to need time to adjust to figure out what they can do and offer for, service, basically. So, it was crazy. But, all right, we're going to wrap it up.
All right, people, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Stay up. Look out for the next one. Hopefully a lot more crazy stuff is happening, so we'll have some shit to talk about. Hopefully you guys enjoy our takes on society and culture, sports, music, entertainment, hip-hop, all of that stuff. You have a good one.
Yeah. And just remember, we're not perfect. We're only lightly seasoned. Peace.
All right, man. That was... Pause.